Sign Ababeto Yembium Kessben Television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra Nafemu monitor program live or DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel no A121 Emraso say yede final whistle dwumede yede bra mo minda bia we no dumienu pepe na ye peja yemu emamu nyina chi ye cheche obia ene anope emamu nyina kwa baba program yi so oti anka live enso won kran ne important nyina Kessben 92.9 DSTV 364 Go TV 121 ye cheche mu nyina momfa mo de meka program yi ho na sede de bia ye no enye kama pa dumienu ken na ye peja yemu 05515 99933 05515 99933 eho na yefa mo WhatsApp messages no enso enyina anwa yintintim kakra de amayen sike de bakwa mano ne kakra na fe yakohede koso ewo nkrofo akroso titru aye weekendi aye matches ahodo no pi eno de hunsam ebebre enra matches ni bi koso ene ebi be koso nyame yadom ochina enso ebi ebe koso 3:15 ochina na Barcelona and the Madrid game no enya sem kita akra benim se sike ewo ho nsem pi awde ebebre na fe club issues as usual or the abrayen na wawura clubs no mo the news kakra ekoso ho enso abrayen ye baba CAF Champions League CAF Confederation Cup matches no enso so na yidina ni menra de kogosi ye ewo Casablanca Wak of Morocco echi Kumasi Asante Kotoko enani omo eka enum ma omo etimu abako enti aggregate no akwakoye 6-1 enyasem ketu akra na enra ankoyi Kumasi Asante Kotoko mo fira kansie no mu na yetiti se Albert Amwa Kumasi Asante Kotoko say before the game na omo atonda dada ede ama Ali Benghazi omo ewo Libya memu nina no nkomo kakra ebepiepie ha na yahwe hunsem enso na yede ato edwa ye wonsem pie be memu Black Stars ehifo na be join ehifo na enjoy ni Cat ES Okreku GFA president or the nano ato nsemimu sanso na Dr. Randy Abedina no ato parliamentarians the omano eto nsemimu na nsentrofo yeso ya kambia say na wonso adwen ye for all the ebeka ho na bibia enso enye kama pa league matches ebekoso mechire GPL weekendi enra ehase ema Heart of Lions echi Holy Stars eshomo ekamyensa coach Bashiru Hayford Evergreen Bashiru Hayford nkwada no ehye Holy Stars ekamyensa omo entimi anti bakokra ene ebi ebekoso nyame yadom china so matches no bi ebekoso ni other local staff ayabobo no ede bremo emreni sha nsem no so doso ndienye ntientem yebomu nyina akwaba eba final whistle jumedi eso abrantie CK that is say
dina mpacho nyame gusu ishirane ma
yede nyankopon asepa injara menye so se sika bam no ma hoden ni kwatenten dem say eba sika beba why don't worry
it's a privilege
a
big blessing
so be pa beba why beba no tre why men pro no de munya skana na mo de ye no so an hwe ya na pofro ba be ka ho na aye nyameden ti kakra na bi ni ho no kakra ba de mo de ye no ana se nshirama so kakra na aba no mo di jimoni dudu
asa afini ya braso
nti wo bedi umre no
okay ye ndidi eba ye betie mu afutuo no
mate obraso wonya ka wie no ano yenko amano ne nsem no sike omraso nti sika ba osuma di na honto ya umre yenko wo do be hu mo bo mi so me ya papa yenko
right
omraso yenko ya mami jiwe
okay Young Cross, I say, I'm free hand with the Ayasha area free city. General, a chance, I say, matches no do one coso, Europe, and I do one becoso over the weekend. And so, Hormone, Yasha, area free the ultimate EP on mo, and not a match back who ate me at to Leeds United, ate me at Nephew, Esha Western, and say, Camino, I'm a Western at Timo Baco, and so, Hormone, I young also over the next matches, and the Nenum matches in a better was with Chelsea, have at Nephew, and Sunderland. Etime Edia Bwenem and so ewo EPL matches in Newcastle and the Fulham ebetime Apple Sanso so na Manchester United and Brighton and Hove Albion and ebepo Brentford ebetine fie atwen Liverpool and so hormone na uramo awanyame adome china ewo EPL no mu dia Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest and ebetime Edia Bwenem Arsenal the Gunners betine fie and Crystal Palace Edia Bwenem Aston Villa and Manchester City Wolves and Burnley and Everton and Tottenham Hotspur and so etime Edia Bwenem ewo EPL no mu na yenwramo ewo La Liga matches ebetimi ato January match eto dwa Real Sociedad etena fie ehemieno ama Sevilla etimu bako enso hono enne matches ni sei ene tie 12 pm yano Valencia ene Villarreal ebetimi Edia Bwenem Athletic Club de Bilbao enso ene Getafe ene Edia Bwenem Espanyol ne Elche ene Girona ene Real Oviedo enso etimi Edia Bwenem ewo Spanish La Liga no na china no Real Mallorca enso ene Levante ene Real Madrid and FC Barcelona and so betimi Edia Bwenem sa game no 3:15 and a game no and so betimi akoso and so ewo Barcelona and say La Liga no and so emu Osasuna and Celta Vigo and Edia Bwenem Real Vallecano and so any Deportivo Alaves and Edia Bwenem ewo and say La Liga matches ebeba so ene and ede china and so hormona yenremu ewo German Bundesliga na and no other match back one etimi eto dwa Wonder Bremen etine fiche baako Union Berlin entimi antikano enso hono matches ebeko so ene bobo kwani din enso ane Augsburg ene RB Leipzig ene de bebu ene Borussia Mönchengladbach enso ene Bayern Munich ene bebu ene Eintracht Frankfurt enso ene St. Pauli ene de bebu ene Augsburg SC enso ene bobo kwani din ene Wolfsburg ene bebu Hoffenheim enso ene Heidenheim ene betimi Edia Bwenem Borussia Dortmund enso ene Cologne enso Edia Bwenem our German Bundesliga no ende avie na china no Bayern Leverkusen ene Freiburg Stuttgart ene Mainz 05 ene betimi Edia Bwenem yenvremo ewo Italian Serie A no mu dia and random association Calcio Milan AC Milan na tenafie enso ene Pisa eko etipenkoa omina na ebo 2-2 enso ewo association Calcio Milan AC Milan omufie Parma and na wie betenafie ene Como 1907 ebetimi Edia Bwenem Udinese ene Lecce ene ebebo Napoli ene Inter Cremonese ene Atalanta ene ebetimi Edia Bwenem enso ewo Italian Serie A nemu na wuramo de china sei ene Torino ene Genoa Hellas Verona ene Cagliari Sassuolo ene AS Roma Fiorentina ene Bologna Lazio ene Juventus enso ebetimi abo enso ehonoma sei ena matches ne ebeko enso ewo Italian Serie A no na yenko wie match fixtures no enso ewo French Ligue 1 mu dia Paris FC ene Nantes enso ebo wo enro ada sei na kopie mu Paris FC tenafie ama Nantes enso ebeche na ebo na kamiero otimu paako ene matches ni sei ene te enso ehonoma Brest ebetenafie ene Paris Saint-Germain enso etimi Edia Bwenem AS Monaco ene Toulouse Lens enso ene Marseille ene Edia Bwenem ene de china ene matches ne do na abeko akwie enso ewo French Ligue 1 mo na wuramo dia Lille ene Metz ene betimi abo Angers ene Lorient Auxerre ene Le Havre Rennes ene Nice bebo ene Lyon enso ene Strasbourg ene bewie ewo French Ligue 1 mo various matches across Europe major 5 soccer league no ene yetimi Edia tudwa hono mo kama Edia mo anoma enso betimi akoye Edia mo na yen share stories na say na yem bromo ewo nsema no ada etime epiepiem a ebepiemu ewo MLS no Major League Soccer ewo America ene importem no eno da Lionel André Cristini Messi asan na de ne biom ebo 2 goals anso etime edema Inter Miami abra omutime ewura mo ewo Audi MLS Cup playoff round of 16 no anso ehono muti Lionel Messi ni first goal no by with a header intino Lionel Messi first goal by a header ana otime eto atena kama anso ehono muti ye behwe se dia Lionel Messi etime share goal no anso ewo ho no ma odinity cross on one started build up no and otimi ekoko finish ne kama Lionel Messi we ne shaken goal o share anso edema Inter Miami no say ena kobai anso ewo ho no abra mu winning anso etimi edia Nashville SC 3-1 and Lionel Messi share second goal na e first goal no say the team ekoko bai Lionel Messi oto aso esenya man of the match anso ewo sa game no anso emu edema Boboko and din anso an Inter Miami and to first goal ni say NHL start attack no or cross it by and Lionel Messi we hwiri intense say Messi edin team ebeto atena anso ehoro no anso no ada otimi eye become come the second goal no eto aso na after the game no and Lionel Messi sa kwa jaba so body way the 9th time when winning Golden Boot Award was league bimo anso Lionel Messi after 29 matches and I say 28 matches Inter Miami this season or share 29 goals and Lionel Messi ye team echo born abaso say odi MLS Golden Boot Award no ye team edema Lionel Andre Crucitini Messi anso ntia no and edi kan ba ewo kasafone no so na wo hwe say Messi akwaje award no anso no na ye remo anso after say award na yen ramo ewo EPL no anso emu dia matches na ekoso ene na opinion din anso ane ana slot heading sembebre na atudwa Alexander Isaac na injury opinion ana slot ababema update o chese ya dia abrantie no enye enhyara enye too bad emfama Alexander Isaac so betena fie ache na mom no ene game against Brentford no o doubtful yentie sama opinion din anso ane ana slot etumi editudwa edfa Alexander Isaac.
Plays. What I mean with that is that he's definitely not going to play today, tomorrow, or next week. Hamstring injury, so that's going to take a while. Alex, not too bad. Question mark for the weekend, and so let's see where he is then. And that's the same to be said about Ryan. He didn't travel with us. So today we are in again. Yeah, yesterday we were in as well.
And so etimedi tuja Arifa Alexander Isaac ona ebusanu Muhammad Salah Mo Salah the Egyptian king no and so next money more afeno enshera enkonkan o say deep in form Edema Mo Salah no ono an slot your coach Edema Liverpool Boboko no enya de ehana ba kokra an slot edi tuja Arifa Muhammad Salah ho yentie nemra.
Players miss chances. And Mo is a human being as well, so we're not used to him missing chances, let alone a few games in a row, but these things can happen. What could have to do with, I have no clue if it does, but I could come up with it's easier maybe to finish a chance if you're 3-1 up than if you're 1-0 down. But maybe that's completely not true for him.
And it's an slot and so timedi to Erifa Muhammad Salah and Alexander Isaac ona the man of the moment. Ayo opinion ni din Antoine Sondike. Opinion on coach Nottingham Forest Bobo Corona and another one central for Bobo Corona and I central for Jumedi National and otimi edi to job. Say idea on obevra team no one of the biggest challenge and I say obetimi ama Brazil for no more team no ati and some no carry and a voice no on yes Joseph Brazil for no more team no o mati bida na ohwe Nottingham Forest Bobo Kona Brazil for na edosu mu enti o mo struggle so mo bete the voice yentie nsama Sondike and so etimi editu dwa say Brazilian players no mo struggle so mo bete the voice.
Brazilian lads, I'm teaching them about my voice because I think they've heard a voice like this. They look at me like, what is that? And some speak better English than others, and some converse for me. They've been very helpful in adding some detail. But they're all learning, obviously, all the ones who can't speak as well. No, they've been
the way Ellen Sama Sondike, to me, editor just said Brazilian players and almost struggle, so bet me at a voice and so Honomo Yan Tosso Concopimo, and so our Bournemouth coach, and Dean Antoine Andoni Irola, or no, and I'll say Antoine Semignon, or better offers, obet me alpha, the Ama Bournemouth Bobo Cono, and Tianco Tia Sama Irola, and so it made it to Jar for Antoine Semignon.
Adding more.
You insinuate there that you feel he can get better. You know, whilst he's had an incredible season, you believe there is more in the tank and he can get even better.
Yes, I think he can get better. Yes, I think there are areas that he knows he has to improve, and he is improving. And I think all the players can get better. But Antoine, yes, definitely, yes.
You insinuate there that you feel he can get better.
And to win, and then some more ultimate editor drive for a branch and Diana Antoine Samanya home, so obey me, I get it more better. And so Ediama Bonmouth Bobo Corona, Ubramo, and so Edma Liverpool, a dear Nioma, as in Trase, and so to me, Diamona, Pep Guardiola, and I'll say Liverpool, on bet me, be beer anytime we are, and to more beer and right in Liverpool off. A son said Nioma, and I see Trase, Ediama Liverpool, on Beba back stronger, Pep Guardiola on Liverpool.
The first 3 games, yeah, for sure we are out, and Liverpool is already done, and now looks like Liverpool is done. And I tell you that they will be back. So I said many times, so I know that all the pundits, all the specialists, former players, they know everything is going to happen after 5 games.
Un partido que todo el mundo.
Well, in the first 3 games.
And the way and some opinion and so on Pep Guardiola headed to Erifa Liverpool, Bobo Kono and so and who Jem Ramo and Brano and so and so Ormana Yem Fan Samano and Moteto Una Emery and our ultimate and San Ababa to Ja and say Aston Villa and your man Shadan Koye and Famomo and so our Europe na Sabrina hey adia on betimi atwas our league anymore no matimi ayen here and so our way and sama Una Emery and so etimi headed to Jana Uramodia Enzo Maresca etimi and Samari about to Jaria Falian Delap home or say a brantiano hey adia this week here about in so very returning and so I returned to training now a brantian training and now on the field no so about competitive football Ediama Chelsea and Benton and so Ediama Lian Delap na adia doctors no shady ye papa and so on my way and then Selma Enzo Maresca to me edit to Ja and so on young Ramo I coach and Dean and so on Thomas Frank na say Thomas Frank and then somebody about to Ja and I say the players Bobo Quanidiana Tony Mospes no hey adia more confidence pa and attack no hey adia young Juma and tin enchibia on best start so more flourishing and so our attack Ediama Bobo Quanidin and so on not Tottenham Mospes and then Yoma Akoye Horman Central for Busano send the next matches no done no hey adia din yepa Obebo Everton Obebo Newcastle Chelsea Copenhagen Manchester United Arsenal or say adia omo focus on Arsenal game no. No, and then some opinion Diana Thomas Frank headed to Ja or see almost focus no Everton game no before any other matches and also able to me about now what Arsenal say you know Mikel Arteta or say idea say obvious send them rant no omo ho ayedin ye pa so omo re kwa kwhia Bobo Kwanidin and so an Crystal Palace over the weekend no idea omo hia no omo hia 24-hour rest na them boys no etimi arrest here omo gidi say omo kwa kopie mo no omo timi abomo modern e de tia Crystal Palace and so na Ian Wright and Roy Keane and on defend Arsenal after say Gary Neville ebe can say Arsenal will be bia says so muntimi and winning EPL no and Ian Wright and Roy Keane say Liverpool no I see the trase enya de ebu to say the Pep Guardiola kan no and to Man Right Liverpool and Manchester City up into Gary Neville so can say Arsenal will be bia so metimi dia EPL no dia e dia Liverpool and so and Manchester City money and so etimi atempuma mu Benjamin Sesko e Manchester United or describing the teammate now omo Manchester United and say omo awesome and you know this season no betimi aye nuama bebre and so Manchester United now Bruno Fernandes and otimi ekokopia and so Old Trafford and then otimi start game no obenya the 300 appearance and so etimi Manchester United Bruno Fernandes or say a dream come true and a wish say no be this number of matches and so etimi Manchester United yemun kompo na our classic kitu abi na yen sorry so dia coach and team and so Hansi Flick adio be pm FC Barcelona on lusu classico da nanso enem unfortunate say coach Hansi Flick still na appeal no FC Barcelona twen say na emo 12 na La Liga mpenifor the final verdict no enso etimi edia ba Abrantie Pedri and I say classico no ama tension abamu pa sign some Lamine Yamal kwakikan no but still na no Lamine Yamal say the onim no training grounds no Abrantie no focus so betimi eremo enso La Liga no na wa bomore edia ama FC Barcelona na classico ere china 315 no Barcelona etimi edinkunum na Kylian Mbappe and I say special match on Sunday ni na no classico no I say omo bebo no mo winning last season na enye Madrid dia but this season dia omo ma no ento aso for 2 seasons say Barcelona ebechi omo ahye omo ewo Santiago Bernabeu na Jude Bellingham and so bi account say enya dia omo betimi elusu this classico no and so hono na Genoa me kono na Cristiano Ronaldo edi afutu ama players no or see the secret in ano na say time or the better anytime or the best sorry no idea a normal routine
all right
until Cristiano Ronaldo see him play in Sia
no ebedasi na fi ya twaso edi ama for Kessben television we final whistle mako fa Dr. Amagashi nkra to kakra ye ba na fi ye dia kana ba beto amuso Dr. Amagashi.
Dr. Magashi so odi juma pa ha o Dr. Aje abasubodi bebre di firi framantam ade abepie asantemam wo se ahaban kasa wote fa woyade bia bra Dr. Amagashi ho na onte ne te emfama ho empadi force se wo yare na se wan fe wo se a obi enhu mobo yade ben ene etete wo yade ben na udi asie
yemra yenko bibia pemu no ankasa se otutu di nan de aba studio ha ayene no ebedi enkomo entino yenko na quickly Dr. Amagashi ewa ha na yene no monko kakra doc ehu wacho
no kre adwuma ne so
ye show da bia ti unka da bia ba ye ni
no kre adwuma ne so on say the woman ne say Dr. Amagashi na adwuma panti branches ne doso ebi okumase ha ebi o takrade ebi o bogoso ebi nso o kufodua na tachimai na de me ka kire nipa nyina ne say on say enuane ahodo ekọ nipa mu no eya na liver no ono na dwuma titire o ye ne say obeprapra nipedue ni mu se de be fin bia ekọ nipedue mu no liver ne be yi say fin dia flat jonso se de be enka mu but obi wo no ma ne liver na nkasa mu no no kure wo mu ne say liver na honden e wo fom e no obi won so liver na nkasa srade nso ye ne eta ho e no obi wo ho liver na nkasa mu no kana asa ye dendendenden ayere even so obi kura be bodua e liver e no de bodua because liver no de bodua na amo fo aye ahye obi a na fu ne yem na futa ehye anase obi a na liver nta nya adwuma no sankofo no problem bebre eduru anka wono ba akwa wosanka ho to no but wo betuma no se eduru ne be mienu miensa na wo ho to enti de bia me tu nipa fo se wo fie na se bi wo tena se twa nipadua na se bibi nkoya e wo se wo tu anamo na wo ba menua no kure wo mu ne se de bia me kama asem na me tu memafo hwe me ko tu quotation a opani munko hwe mu se edie na wo ho o kan Genesis chapter 29 the verse number 21 was bla Jacob kura ba be wu no o ka che Laban se famiyere mame na metama so se mbewu na me ne nda ni ese be makora se bi se wu ka oba so kura utumi ko heaven na ade betumi abo ma utumi wu aka oba ho e obi ani be ma ede e adwuma Job chapter 29 the verse number 20 no was unyankopon hira ko wani munyam be foforo na wo tedua enya den ye foforo opani tedua ye de ba de tedua ye be ma wo enti se ye ka be ma na se wo mema sem wo foma e yare ho sem no kura wo mu se obi beji wo japade kura na se wo be ma betua ho a na honden wo ma eno no wo ani da so se butu kwan kwa blochira wo de samo bloni ba de o hwede nyina no de be ma wo omo pepe visit pay you ablochiri no so wutimi obema tumi de boawo na sa honden gine ma opani wudu hon ma bawie Dr. Amagashi futu amede manipa na se sanso na se wo background a wo ne tie na se wani betumi aka wani betumi age na oba ne be mo asumdu a opani obema asem ka ho enti se wo sa problem ni bia fa number ne kekeka se wo Dr. Amagashi wo ye be boawo e ma wo ho eden ato de bia futu am koso de manipa ene se uye nipa na se woni sika kwa na se wo apomuden a wo ani da so because apomuden ya ade a enu hu ene edike hia enti na nyankopon suma na suafo no wo de ahyede ma wo mo de tumi ma wo mo ene wo se muntu mo ne nyina the same thing mun sa yare nyina enti yare bi wo no ma hu mo ne hye kire enye yare bia na eno wa o se ne se obi betumi anya okra na obetumi ama wa bre na obetumi asesa wo hyebra yare no se nipa ndema o enti se wo no se wani ama wo se se ye ne honhomone ku owiase na se yare ne ye ne konde a na obebo ho ba fi yare ho a de bia da wo hyebra be ne ebesesa enti efutu a bekoso de manipa ene se yare bi tata yare bi gu enima se yare bi eyi wankasa woni je fi ho a fa number ni to anamon ka se wo Dr. Amagashi wo number ni le good TV no so no menua ara wo sem e wo ne se mpanifo bebre wo no ma obetumi anya nkrofo asoma ma ye o madwuma ma wo by it could do say family mama dear and no be into me said man one was a yes adian it is a what one as a obema wa ebi ana yare foforo bi na hye wo ho yare bi na eboaboa no ho ano na ababeka wato yare etumi manipa yem bobako pan stroke stroke nso be chi nipa edika mo nka yo obi won mo be check ni cholesterol na cholesterol no wosoro cholesterol no wosoro a ebe sisi mu ntinimu ebe won na itriti ebe ma na nse achewo sanso obi wo be check na moja na nkasa mu ayi dudu moja na etik so o moja mu ye du nso yare bia nso tumi tinam ebe ma akoma no so abere bia na akoma no be den ebe brem ena obi wo ho no akoma na nkasa mu nko entimi mie media futu am koso di manipa say stroke bechi obi a onam pressure so neba stroke bechi obi a onam diabetes so neba and so what one as say bi diabetes bi eni umu na pressure bi eni umu a ebe ye den say stroke bechi ma den achew aje say obi o syphilis na syphilis no ekum ni nervous system no anasa ma nerves na yemre so wo nerves ni yemra o to ase na nkokom nyina bitumi twetwon ebe tam won sam nyina ayitiriti ebe tam acid anansa achew ebe tam wo eni so ayeden ebru enipa apomodin eyade ehu hia apomode opani obi wo scam pempem but yare tuma ma sika nyina ba ahima na ba ehia ni ense wo no sebi yare ni nyanka wo nto ho na so symptoms wo mu no enu ntina Dr. Magashi me wo mintumi nya carpenter for adwuma wo mintumi nya fitani because de nyankopon de ma me no enu se fa haban ma eni dubana wo Ghana ha fa se nipa yale enti fa number ne keke ne to anamomra ena okokumase na oba makru a enipa wo ho no ukota kra the same thing ukobogo so the same thing ni nyina se adwuma pa eno ne ton nipa enti tuanamon keke ne bra se de be ya yare ensisa wo hyebre yare emmema wo nya hieni se nipa kra sa wo yare na sa wo yare ne se bi ebusuafo kumba akomiru na se enkoyi a afi no mo tra se prane uwu echi sika o meden o mbenya because o ma tra se hu se de bi akwa no ya yare ne nyede enko ena bebre na de nti omo yare enta enko no opani ena nua ne edi na mo na ye contaminated enti be wie china sa okwa sa akọ no madobi asebi ebe sama o liver ayemra eduro ba akope ebetumi ama pedua ne nyina aye basa sansu na nipa bia no fa tu tim se o kidney na wo mu no o na sa o te se wo mfe start se wo wa kidney no eno na so ni moja so eno kra ne sanso na ojo nso so eniema bi ekọ nipadua mu asebi efla ojo nso mu de efla wo nsuo no no kidney na wo ho kwan se o so ne so by se o kidney na ho dey ko form anase wonya kidney stone na se o se mempedo nto ase a it means o pack fi agu nipadua mu obi wo no ma otumi se ne toilet ko na emu de denden obi be ko toilet no na emu aye de denden te se bo be ma bia nso no se bi se wo makoko tena wo so che na wo toilet ko na emu ya den a e ma wo to kwan na ka bie the more na ebe bie no obo se obe ma asem de ebe kofom be ma bia se obe ma betumi asore na ahonde begina mu a e wo se wo to kwan ne ka twom eni unkwan se bie eni unkwan wo to kwan ne go opani ni ba obre on ma to kwan ago enti obo se okatuma entum enti ebe ma wo mema asem de akofom prostate enlargement ni prostate cancer se wo Johnson tentem anase wo da na adwo akakra no Johnson ado anase wo Johnson na emu hihyew sometimes gonorrhea ebetime ma wonya prostate enlargement enu obi otai she ade heat gina na yase obi otai di nchini bebre prostate enlargement ya ade a ama mema bebre be ma atwea kom na ama na fon enti Dr. Magashi de futu amede ma on say se wo ye nipa na se wo hu symptoms bi onipadue ni mu na bibi enkoyi a eno ane so beto anamo aba Dr. Magashi wo ye bebo ani gisem mo ne say yare ne se sunsum hye kira yes ansad nyina de ka ho enti ahomone wo wiase nyina akura atmi trase ho se da bi se obi edi ne yare ma obi na se ahomone na hye kire na se nipa no to anamo ko Dr. Magashi wa omukura nim se de bi wo ho de wadu kasiem ye gya wa chidi enti fa number ne keke to anamo ye den ebra ye beboa wo ema wo nso hwan ne aye wo den yare bi ma nipa ye mabobia no utu anamo ba ye ho a yetimisa edema wo hwe o kan Proverbs chapter 31 the verse number 17 kona o se sebi okode kwan de wiem ena o hyen kwan de poso ena bemma bia no e wo se wo hye wabasam den na oyere nti wudwumadiem de na wo ma wo kan enuma najo o tene nsa so oteduam tedua ye de ba de opani de bia ye ka chem se mo ma mo tedua ahonde mbrem ma wo tedua ahonde mbrem ma wo tedua ahonde mbrem enti tedua ya de a yede ye dwumaji enigie wa asasi so enti se wo tedue mu ayemra to anamo bra Dr. Magashi wo ye bebo e ma wo so ho ato branch ni nyina ye dwuma fiti dwara kopem menda Juada Copimenda, and one is will be to an among no aka say Dr. Magashi Hino. Number near 0547
0547
04
04
43
43
07
07
0547
0547
04
04
43
43
07
07.
Ya wo yare bi efen momentum. Sa momentum no eye srade a etimi betai nipa wafu unso ne no wafu ntem na ma wafu na ede epeja. Sa srade ni nyina no sometimes nipa on time exercise no ema entumi ma srade ne de embeni enti oba so kura won na se onya sa na ma ne fu ye kese eno no even body ahaban kura na awo no sa wutwitwa kura na keke na won noa na sa wonnom hu nsuo na etumi wafu ye de etwen Dr. Magashi de bia me tu nipa fo ye wo yare bi ho a ebi ye ha bi hepatitis B ya ade asebi se wonya ablofo adwuma kra mo ma won kankoye sansu na se wo kronimu na government adwuma bi ebesi ho a hebi ya ma won kankoye enti hepatitis B de mi hunu se fribonsam yare asebi penipa ebowre nipa bre buom nipa liver mu de me hunu se sayare na pewaku enti se wo bi na hebi wo nipadua no a oba Dr. Magashi e be hwe e ma won atokra enti fa number ne keke ne to ana mombra ye dwuma fiti Juada kope memenda yade bi etata obia no fa number ne bi sa Dr. Magashi ehin na wo ye be boa e ma won so hwan ne ayodin number ne good TV no so 0547
0547
04 43 07 and na okobogo so adanse banya easy takra den so bebre se obai nya fibroid power na wodim anase obai nya infection gono na osimi treat a enko anase obai bi pawo hwe se wawode ne sa block fallopian tube na block anase awode na kasem na dinding anase fibroid na betena wawodim anase wonyin se yesi nyin se na fam eno ba Dr. Magashi 18 tontan enkrofo amama nyame na meso na ya ma o maduru ma awo no ma to me bedin bebrebe enne nam so nti atachiman hene achema asase free no kure ani asam keto atachiman wabon abaso asachema asase free ni yan se no kure ne se eduro na ye kana anwere ne am se eduro na bedi mi ho obari eduro bedi wo eduro na aba bedi bi ho tamala gbo na mi anwere obela mi amoyo la gbeji kata je gbagba na fa Dr. Magashi bo because egbemachi meto gumi ma ko da donamo yo zubo san ube la mse America magabe yi bulviara ko dagba na va Dr. Magashi bonye ne ma da donami me say eduro na ye na nanom mpanifo ndi kan de sa yade e ma obi ehun se anwere ni ni maduro no se eduro ni na ba di mi ho no kure ni eduro ni mi da ba kan ma mama etenu nti e na enne Dr. Magashi ma bom atra e wa santimemu a me kamecho me say otumfo ani agisa o say me kache otumfo se nana no kure ni Deuteronomy 23:1 o say the on fata se obanyankopon bedwam ye dia apeche ne hwewa enti se ahemfo mpanifo atwa ye ho ahia na se the end of the obi be ma anya adwuma no kure na awrosam afena na se eduro ni mo fa bi mle obedi to anamombra Dr. Magashi de me say eduro na bedi wo
onkomo na odi ni etofo
to anamo nebra ye me bo e ma onwan de ato enti se yade bi tata odi a o to anamomba ohun beto number ni 0547 04 43 07 0547 04 43 07 Eradisha nyina
Oshira wonso na examples no man worry all right Dr. Magashi esoro any form specialist say spiritual say ye hunamu ye dia ben bacho na duru ba ko pe ewo Dr. Magashi hoko na one no enkodi enkomo beboa ye papa afena mredu se ye biebie nsam no mu kakra ye ko foreign no kakra ye ba Africa se Africa no ejina so den ansa na ya ba omemu abehwe omemu nsam pi GPL matches no eno so ehun nsam ehozere mini kan tu bia na Heart of Lions echi eye holista se show me kamiensa omo entimi anti ene no miensa pepe aduana ene aduana ene Dreams FC enso de betai so den na nyame ya admo chena matches na aka nyina enso atoa so emre ni hokra andika yenka jangum na minim baby apese o shase free nka yenkoye mamano ne kakra bi African sam no bebre Kumasi Asante Kotoko 5-1 and so nsem or Albert Amu aya kotono and who nsem had to folk supporters omo to aba ene me who court injunction be writ of some sermons be ewa ha nanso no me wura mo ho no omo aye ready ewo osu presby ewo nkran omo ekoto aba no nti no writ of sermons bi kuta me de ba me nyini se bi e bi ekoka omo nsa ewo ba bi omo to aba na omo se kwa bi aso abato no ebe koso na injunction bi na akoda so de denden omo se omo nti se odogu bi no abe yes nti no still ebe koso denden nti eno ho nsem enso ye de ebe bremo na matches e koso ewo Europe na fe de be koso weekend ni nyina no ehifo na qualify so far CAF Champions League ombe wura group stage no emu ehun sensem kakra ewo ha nti fa de be ka ho 0551599933 0551599933 mo fa mo messages no emra Andy Kem
Sergio,
yeah,
me started from Europe.
Okay.
Straight away. I think say beba na we dey share dance biana.
Ewa
Me can dey na work Africa na wa say bibiana.
There be omo and omo expect different score line be as me see omo.
Omo nyina na omo kan sa kwa na omo expect hwe. Sergio.
Yeah.
No omo expect hwe. Say na kotoko be kwa ko se wako. Oh, Sergio. O de mamen kuma no omo expect hwe. No omo dada omo kwa.
Yeah.
Ya omo dada omo kan se me se omo nkran keke. Omunimpa say work of Morocco.
But a bad no musi emu say bad day kra na nye enum no muka koji.
Respect the ma football no. You move ball biu, you crewman. You move football biu. Ya adwe ye set tete no eno a na ye daso. E ho na ye pisa na ya adwe wo. The last time na wa say there be and the omuntimi che kotoko for omuntimi nam say wa. O say kotoko en show. What things have changed. It is in a encourage keke bi na ya ekeka kire ye ho the situation ne ba bia game na duro no se do ya ka kire bebre so the players ko munim se hwinsi pa bu so mom no mko no omunim se hwinsi na okonya wo derby e wo CAF Confederation Cup Mohammed V Stadium. What do you expect? They know a player wa Ghana Premier League or derby e
the charged atmosphere no crab ma on wapo under 1 minute
keeper no the first biggest test in football Mohammed V Stadium no kwa akunya it is ejo normal ti de enkobra general
yenye ntintim nyamra ma we no on
the way we nyamre mom kra almost the same general ye nyamre mom je be
the no chese me nka
o can different thing last year see nyamre ma media ma o ma sesan de kotokodi o ma sa
mun hwese ni Siko Stadium in good so stadium yes we dey Nkombra they say beka kai ho nkrankra right
yeah that's good but
Nkombra na fi metwas
ko dey joking so trend say enye management nko enye playing bodies nko supporters nso atia da ko we mu kire mu se na isi support team na nka utimu atofo mi na waboa ama team na peja omu yi de aye den ye raise fans ye den hwe Accra Sports Stadium nipa ni tuem kakra bi this is proper fans at the stadium spectating ti omu kan wa stadium ho you know baby agu
Sarango o ye sure say nra kotokoko share work and de chin omote say work aton aziskia ombesa bebo park no soma.
I've not justified that.
No, I'm not. Menye the o kan kra me ka say
before kotoko ne work wa kra no na kotoko nton play bia ba mama.
I'm saying that
into the issue of say after
say probably
it's not
near the sale of Abetamu and
I only use that as an example because that is the current situation now.
The point that current situation is not the reason.
The point
it has nothing to do with Abetamu say.
The person just a dear na mo stadium e bibi. Enye omote wa na omo see team I support the enko support to you. There is a reason, and the reason I'm saying that day in day out your best players general omoko anu so omoko na football na asejo ye hwe no se Chelsea de bia akọ se Chelsea mu players ya na mo se omoko mu players ya na aka se be omo ntimi mo e live up to the standard
when was the last time Kotoko transfer player to Kwan
So be master na minim.
So say day in day and
the best players go dey be omko. Na go to dey be best players omko. Pampo kunko e was aba.
You can we are all there. But there's some key elements of the game which the be can ejai. That is spectating. Say no be beside the difference between fans,
sympathizers,
spectators and supporters.
Yeah.
Some me yakotokuni. Nottingham Forest. Bear 7 games near Shawmonkwa, yet the stadium is filled. Into here, Kase Wemu Sinto management, playing body, technicals, it was Sinto. Supporters, when especially those we are calling supporters, I'm choosing the words were not spectators. Because supporters, you want more. What's the media team way na me dom? Me team nechi, e bimpo register, e bi tuesika, they are supporters. Almost what yada. Because can say Sabiu, who couldn't cut TBM more dear, Nanko Wagina Nechi. But Tim's in a cut TBM, house of book. Nana Menon at his stadium, and a chapter O, or me as a 7 who says, Yabono will soon cry. Until the supporters too have relaxed and they are not playing their role. I Bebuama, I lifted him no. Until so much, you see. Sentia alaja kan bibenya kokodura ka sansem no a kire supporters no debi omu wo stadium ho and omu kire omu contribution and omu involvement din some management member bi bitima disrespected them until a good number of the fans have also sat down relaxed omu team no ejejem and the team no team page because the can nyina wa say sika sometimes back ubisa Ali Maradona na nakotoko ne abla ombe ka kire o say Asante Kotoko the biggest sponsor the fans no. The biggest sponsor fans no. Adentia fans no be stadium no sikana fans no di mo every match day no sponsor be no one otua say no. But the next sponsor Sikakra was for same fans contribution. Kotoko timi bo match na sika say no wanya. So at the end of the day the fans are equally blamable. At the end of Jiegu other stakeholders are playing their role to lift it, but the fans have relaxed. Ye and some maba. We are also there until unless you want to tell me say here, they can lift it up without you playing your role. But if you're a fan or a supporter now believe we say once so Uroni are very important in trying to bring out the club there. And any also that you must as well play your role well. So that other stakeholders will also play their role. Then you lift it together. Until such time you better agree, no be a rule, you better no. I don't think say sometimes some fans will be justified. Will be tibaby on court, no trinimeku, na kotoko match na yes, and you can say na say team dey move no way here. Stadium, echiwa no trimeku onko. Minkrofu yo mutisa fiani. Echiwa onko. Uduru ano bizamu game na ko say, hey. And this person call himself a supporter. Until we can't discount the role of the supporter in an attempt to revive young game no.
Yeah. No management them so no any players ni be ye go so. Forgetting so no all the blame no come no. Also a role to play. Also relax.
Who be pay full lines is here. Unya ni part 10 no more frekasa emu 10 no e be about 3 pe and for the past 5 months. For the past 6 months, Krawako Stadium bear twice.
Yeah.
Until no run so play, none there, own play, but he expects other parties to play their role. Meanwhile, be a role important.
Don't you think some fans, some in quote, we need to give them reasons as to why they should drop to stadium? Say yo, born I ye kotna emrofuneti dia. We have reasons why. Yanko hwede kwawo. You will be binti de bia bosume so ani yisi katua ni ya recharge ni yehwe. We have reasons. It doesn't mean we don't support our teams. And at the level of competition aba in football no, you should give reasons to fans why day in day out they have to troop to stadium. First now no omo ba no. You know, omo nim players no from number 1 to the last person. Substituting na omo nim. Situation ente I agree. Ebi mu play on rules. O ye fan also follow. Ye betim dem rofon de na to ba brochi obi a mo shine ko hebo. Eho obi enu wa first shine. E bom de ko hebo. Ba ha nkrofo bo shine de ko hebo. Enti so ko park ne da bia na onhu hwe a onko biu because team na o support and he is facing competitions and I'm saying that say do eniema ye ni day out day in day out sa niema na ye e pam for free stadium into unko stadium nko hebo say wo kwa akọ nko a general ye mu bi ye dwuma ye sani ye dwuma ye a ebia nka Ghana Premier League kwanke ye ja hwe dada enye kotoko asem ka Ghana Premier League ye ja hwe dada hwe club like Hasofo say do this season bi ade omo ye bia de te omo fans ne so but omo nyai ade kro no omo be koso aye saa. Look at the structures in place, look at the quality of players, and you ask yourself there be clubs there work say work about fem say do untimi can say work to say the work that played in the Champions League final consecutively, but you ask yourself are they putting the right things in place to come back? Yes. It is a way a fan. You have reason to support the club, but the situation in Wahano ain't the same. And nothing na me use so abetamo ade as example. It doesn't mean say there be omoton players. But Sir Franco, Kotoko in the halfway of the season, now Kotoko aton omo best player. And you expect the fans to say Kotoko next match, omo your fans, omo 13 neti.
Anything I make say, me comment na me making no. Second, me comment na making. Now it was not based on abetamo ade because fans ne madada. Abedamo at the end crowd they are fair na aba into the new general justification and when was the last time in the middle of the seasons like this Kotoko has or anything at all player people should not get me wrong. I've not justified say the sale is correct or not having come there maybe unkoma obedin be
mame nko dingo kakra mame ba sisi na fi me call lawyer Safoduku kasama foma kumasi asante Kotoko line no so yene no enkodi enkomo lawyer good morning oh
Joe good morning
ampom to say
oh Joe yamu ye yame de akomoroko asabedu asundemu de asidan kwa
Enyankopon asepa this is a team ni nyina ewo Ghana
team ni nyina ewo Ghana yenam kwa so aye be kumase kwa
Enyankopon ase so de mo bedu jojo onfa medu kumase so jojo emayen na lawyer mo amfa sem papa ama Ghana aden
jo de dika no ye beda obi ase ne nipa dodo no ehwe ne mo se ebia ne ma betime attend but it wasn't going to be easy at all. Do work if we say be kind of crepa there. Sim no well organized. Almost our support base so I know a thing on any day. Commitment with the club will be into your bomb basso. A conference almost organize almost support base. Any team nankasa on the field of play. But me saying no schedule.
Enti sika they play key role e Kotoko lose 5-1 no away no sika sem kwa ni bibia.
Do me football na ye no. Ye woni ma e ma no ekoyie. Empempi obeti a ese Kotoko assign player, a ton player. Na manfo can say football is about consistency. So we make keep team no ache. You know, ye kai say every house of the Champions League 2000 no. Me say no one more keep team na ache. Mo ba out mo say bibia ye adwuma. But me they compare North Africans no any part of the world no so they see organizing and do. We use the from any year because we make people players now mature into the game because over picking player from nowhere about 2 to 3 seasons a person I want to be over doing the pick now ultimately a renew contract because I know now clubs here or North Africa and other continents almost can almost echo. Now as I got started all over again. It's baby because of Scantino. What do you think you put best materials? Football is about the materials on the field of play. It's a non-American discussion.
Okay. And boy, here any day. Nipa de pi adwin yom se kotokoni work na se tamuno ewaye papa enya sam ketwa kra. Menim se biufro bi na ka ho ma apart from sikane quality omo no enema nko ya ma sante kotokwa. Obetumi ama yehu a bibi fufro bi wo ho apart from quality na omo na kotoko nru ho ba bia no.
Do me gidi say atmosphere and the structures in place ni na no. Emma omunya sound mind at the bubble. Yen share the environment ya enra e bubble no. E work for oshedo staff. Adwuma fo mo wa. Obia e di dwuma sonko. Now the compare kotokwa. Otumu zanema awachi. Oshe stadium a ye bubble no awoso. Na oshe crowd a omo ba stadium na omo organize omo to the sense almost some you so much, and you know quite the same time. You wonder, say, how did they do it? And it's about the structures, it's about the environment, need no facilities. I can't be. Joe was a wakiba, I don't know. Continental, I know 54. It's usually media team, yes. But we struggle see the 35 contingent ebeko. In fact, ebia in this customer ebeko earlier than Wednesday night call. I could have more training sessions.
Lawyer SMP work that's antiquato because you know no be take years pa. What the lessons be free Morocco bayana edeba dia dear never Ghana teams and teach us antiquato a bit my pija a drew work level no edeba dia.
I don't dedicano said a macano as I look at the you was supporters there. Almost club now. Say decided say even support the club now. Sir, support the motivation now. Team be here there. I give it my providing. The Managerial say support base music so said he won't work here. Sponsorship. Because sponsors be about the door. Almost a benefit there. Almost be there. But only for the past 10 years to 15 years, you know. Yet me enya numbers be a Sunday stadium. It didn't corporate entity be echo and then agreement here. Or no one say, maybe bano. A day when you free sponsorship. Now, what you could see. In 2 billion sponsorship, I know do. And yet, a more dupa say, bet not turning the fortunes of the club. It made the majority say, African, the better of the year. As yes, I hear you. Because you have too much desire, Bono, and I can't sponsor the man. To get in there, I'm not 250,000 cities. But, and that, and not tripping quite a go by. That's spending about $130,000.
Wow.
Let us say, Martin Baby.
I see.
It is also a Copasana. No club no wage bill every month. Now, Saudi African account one. Not supporters in their numbers. In those days, you go to Guinea, get to Islam. You do be a amount for the this Kennedy. Sometimes publicity be out when I strong we are. As a nation, though we need to invest that class, financial or sound. I guess I do. You're not going to say, about it isn't legal born and football. I said the only motivation is there. You don't local get the journey. Now in 1 or 2 players we are. Now to another effect club no.
What local league in the Ajiji?
Oh, of course, no, because the ultimate is over Continental assignments. But who could do? Who could share that class in Mubia? We pressure money and they almost organize what to do. We can match them with this kind of attitude.
I see. Next is a move qualify Mboko Africa cry. One we are see an area. it doesn't monko and I say moko boni biya masamba nam the league na beji money e be sa to aso sa
because the question is Uboko Africa next time kwaba since you cannot e ko say no bia no you benya de bia sa na de bia ne be ko yewra otu for say yewra but it's got to be an spend without any gains financially.
Into Sikasam any sabi botoma awie na mo akoko bi de mo akoko Tony
facilities account
facilities
yes no je ba bia yeah baba ya say bianca boy you no your first leg nya opportunity baba ya ebi nka do no bet na ba stadium ba ma tin so ba kra amma bia support no team ben ze no aka be koso ma bia na atinya chedi resource no but ese tu kwa free kuma say ko aka extra cost any ma be do amoye ndi abata mo de ubu za dia
mutia na mo de aton Albert Amoy
the
middle of a season.
You said the interest of the player. And the Kotoko interest. Kotoko interest in say club we running. Games be ama. Every month be also do be kai your wage bill sewa. E was so.
Ti hu che.
And Jose.
Me say ti hu che kakrai.
Well, me to Africa is not too just see there. You know ka say but do. E was super na jo enu nyina ati no ya you say you were at the club say sasa yenye also nim say football no business so ewom it dey bia na beti yakoro wa say omo iska there now the only avenue was say aka because get process ema sponsorship enough because the Ghanaian economy no intimate support to corporate bodies so almost sponsor clubs because all man they are not making profit. It is hard there opportunity but over two players do a bad they say the market is one player no and a player why just on do so but the contract now so contract is also yes maximum 3 years now so last season your name for the Kasari okay no club we are no go free. Yes, I better than you say, I come up here and go. It's just a player of Coqua. Now, now, even if you every transfer with the room, you say, you better media at also around the club, no? Because you say, similar finances, a baby, you say, a failure. The Fabu Sensors are the body of a failure, and maybe I come on a bus stadium, and Margaret President Eboson on the bar, though. Taking a better city is around the club, no? Until that is done in the I'm afraid it's a contract we say bar a bad is a bit project.
Oh, okay. Na bidum so concern no. And I just say the okay the lawyer mo to ma free papa. E bi so concern so club na o kono say wakoko bi de on na Albert Amoade em say kotokoro ni nyina ono na nipa say ne bo no be timi kosuru ye pa apart from two center backs no. Ndi moto ma ne free and number 2 club na okono di kan nya botre kakra bi na ne performance sesi amanfo kasa chinchina Albert yemfa nka Black Stars anka ya bi kra e ba fa na Black Stars o na samre na ngobenya sika pa amakoton in the middle of a season to a club from Libya
do mananka no kra e bi do no kwa ne mega o ye players na ye no mo edi juma na jo mu mo dindin sa no menka abetamu asemo indeba do so omunya contract na we obvious one nkwa do attitude obe put up no kwa no we here and so be nya so na ye kala bonje do the players na ye nim se wo mo ye ko sai wo mo e do mo ba she wo mo a ye nim se bi adu ba bi on be gene ko to ko ka do and this how because they have their families here. Sometimes 50,000 back up, player like I say, oh, I'm not going to team no. And indeed, who do you go for? How much team no? About how we are and to run a football in Ghana, no, for football club in Ghana, no, you're very difficult. There are several issues. a confront here with renewal of contracts. Now, yet no communication.
As I have a contract, who some buy a check a crown as a Ebony.
Oh, do contract no, and yet being one about a bit card bar. As a club, I answer you to a man from the bar. Yes, I would take a car near do baby now, so when you more. 1 year. Tim the best.
Nti ebi no madwen o say ka ho kra na ebia na oyiyi ni 9 krankra abeta animu no the last 2-3 games yen hu no sa wo ma ne hu so oba beko ani nti no na chese so modern mo no o to no bo wan kwa nkopira na contract na nhwere no ni nyina ka ho na ebia last 2-3 matches yen hu Albert yi na na.
No, in this particular case there, let me catch you say as I no ebe start match no kwa na yen conclude the deal no. But unfortunately the club no my own say all person almost sign ball no before so on registration window no be close no na o set time e be for match no just after 1 hour be not close e dey kwa you think o mo hold on na yen train yen further negotiations but the club insisted say there were other players on the line if you were not ready you won't go back because almost working within time. So yes, I'm not saying also it's my club way. Obusha ebi abapen ya mananko na ni be semaka. In the way so ya mananko yenim the ebesiachi. Na do unim say he transfer from Ghana and say e want some casualty. In the NSA be a yebo match na we but because of the pressure from club they say transfer window close no na yes if you say you better talk club media you better talk to player there and I'm working now you hear match no so though you hear match no we had no other option so remember player na kona kotokobi na yakra and they are running club no because in this current state no you kwaye utumfo anapana utumfo abobano e we not and manager Basa, that is a look say in a responsible management. It is over here and now our hands are tight.
I see. Na sikaba bam die ba obahwe the other side so be affect Asante Kotoko. Obahwe league ya ye ba beboyi. Kompoko apra. Strikers no miensa Albert Iko donzo isu na ja akwa bibia ohi. And they say Kotoko be struggle with league no mu.
Do you strikers or you say you promote two strikers ministry you use side no. Omo. Those who say that kind of in me say mintane uche. Kabukuru na even though they are nursing injuries no. Ente omo na ebe join but I know the technical team no will be able to adjust. I'm going to move along.
Oh, okay. The lawyer supporters, and apart from defeat, Albert DNA at the American Kahoma, Oma Botu Yepa, can be true as I know supporters.
Yo, as I know the supporters, Memeka Hono. They say, I will say, baby, I don't know. Me and Fire no, and Gwen Cafe. Yet the club no. I be quite to me, sometimes 10,000 supporters over stadium. So, if yet me keep your players no na sa ko to no e fa no tuma pefra na e financial sound dia the fa bu sense so dia ba no ye na do no yensom na fe ye master de me hwe ko to ko ba bia anya sa dia ba bia ye fa yourself no se bu so ba so me players ka this is all no o mu so mo say e kwa me fa so de yes ka dia e players ka and stuff in the ya this work is my if you can say, if you are a work, Bokono, not any friend, engine die, and inspiring. Nothing at that. I'm sorry. Because I never say, you better play, say. But let me not have no uncle to cry because of the guy they're running. About Adiana and Jay.
Lord, and the crosser one here, and I'm Sakra Bessan follow.
Oh, do already know can say. Any of Fabia on the table.
Hello? Hello, lawyer. Hello? Okay. I'm saying that Dave Kosunya and Petri, Infancia, Omoafi, Omonam, a Quansomo, a Ba Kumasi Lanka, Bakwana, Minubio, I'm percent Camede Soso and Sana. Any lawyer, Edin Crabba, but Yenya, Infancia, Namia, Mombeduk Masia, na Yatuan Competitrino, Eso. All right. Inti the Abegu, no. Comments kakra na fi yansan kwama no kakra bi na yansan emra nkomo ho pa na du mienu ne pon Dr. Franco Naro
Mete Safuduku. Na Oye Kotoko Fana, this is what you can simply call it double agony. Double agony. Because for Kotoko to lose 5-1 away to work, a big, a so disappointing. Then just some few minutes after the loss, more cherished striker, our junior say uni replacement, he sold out. And obviously is a double agony. But General, no question say running football in this country, it's extremely difficult. Unim se nam de chandi, sa deal na boy ne kono. Nanka ya no no mokofano.
Ya wano?
Yes. From Bank Alley. In fact, the speculation came. Station IB saying some stations cry a story, no. But Bank Alley didn't sell. Na ska no mo de kofande any mood. Coach no Ali Benghazi no. Na oku ona ne coachi e Bank Alley o Egypt last season. And we move ko. So they were in need of that kind of attacker. Now, Mete story, in fact, my biggest disappointment was Aden Kotokofon Komun to me. A man fa defeat is Ukakrana. And Komun Timin fa and chain, no more me drew. No one come as a crack a crama supporters, boon tom yam.
The Savo addresses are issue.
Yes, I'm saying that was the question I was asking myself. Until quickly, I placed a call to Egypt. Agents na nankomu ya no deal no. I placed the call and I wanted to find out what is happening in Libya. Omu transfer window in close here na. Inti me friend on that time no catch them say omu window na close about 2 hours ago. General, omu TV no. This is what is on the screen. I'm saying ka uye ni iye ka omu minimize no kakra ka be hu timer. Me taking this screenshot. Na aka almost 1 hour 36 minutes. Now window now close at the time this screenshot was being taken. Now the interesting aspect of the whole thing is who say boy in a contract to go to Qatar at the beginning of the season. And the management me as so mama and uncle. Yes, it brought its own problems. Then this one also came up and it's like the boy was bent on going. Then there was pressure from Ghana Football Association, Kotoko and Bank and Ali Benghazi. Why? Because Oma Sunday before the game, Oma a negotiation ni BBA. Kotoko akachre GFA say, ma Omo accept request for the transfer no. Because Omo accept before the game, Kotoko use unqualified player. The moment they accept, it becomes Ali Benghazi's player. So GFA should not accept. And then Crawford so more pressure. So as a second match ni we to we na ka ba 36 minutes for the window to close. Then Kotoko gave the green light to the GFA to accept. Kotoko ni Crawford na negotiate say omo medru chrome had dance akra oma publish it. Bye. Arab from Krawford de Kotoko from dia chom. Nke bi kra game ni course na nkombe publish. Omo yo mu bibia jaso ti bang and no edi can publish here. So Kotoko they had
no option.
They had no option
and to also come out
yes. And confirm because the pressure and the speculations were coming. It's the issue no very dicey. And now in modern football, even at the level of Newcastle, if a player says I'm leaving, club no ensemu yemre. Player power in modern football has become so high. Enti se na what the titona be no 82 ye kipi we mu for say 92 ni say ya emre na sesa. Newcastle was bent on keeping Alexander Isak. The boy says no. Player power overrides the club power. Meaning how much he was sold. Because a baseya, chinchin or so bekwa, you name your price. What club no? Obetumi or meto. On to me. Ukase who name price is known to me now be keep here. You also stand the risk of the player going free. To say the Frederick Asare anyone free no. So they are in a dicey situation. Yes, if you are a passionate fan, you'll be so disappointing. But if you want to look at the issues dispassionately, sometimes you appreciate it. Say, do I allow, as I speak, I know say they are struggling with the renewal of Samba Unel contract. Peter Midu, there are few others. Now the dilemma is, many years on trial season so uncle free. And now I say 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 US dollars be bar means so. This will be the dilemma. And so you ask yourself, say, is he even going to give me the best? Because club no pe winger ne, no so winger na me peno. Now so man inquire, obeka kofa winger kufro until the player's chance loses. I'm not justifying the sale, but I'm saying that these are the realities in modern football administration where player power is very massive. A double agony. Now our catch them said this is Kotoko's biggest defeat in Africa. The 5-1. But I'm thinking, say, this is better than the 4-0.
Okay. But to concede 5.
Yeah, 5-1, 4-0. Say, Obi, Mobobo, no Obi, yes, Obi 5-1. Near show 4-0. Or no will go. Until you goes aggregate now 4-4 now. Your Beko goes for. Why show 4-0 only go? Until I don't consider this as the biggest defeat. Probably it's at par with the 4-0. Or if you want to split it, then the early ones, 4 unanswered.
The highest number of goals conceded.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
if you say the highest number of goals conceded in Africa, I agree. And the Ebetima show will be 6-5. It's still the highest number of goals conceded.
Yeah.
But if you come to say it's the worst scoreline, it may be at par with that of 4-0 against Ali.
Okay. You can't cry. Nemre no ni hope bre. Do me no na ye peja mu. Andy, me also comment kakra wo lawyer.
Kotoko en struggle with league in league in the
almost struggle.
Na league is
it affected clubs so mo Africa wo. Omo koba na so mo ba be league. Ana enkuyi.
I'm talking about the absence of Abetamwa. They won't struggle in the league.
Oh sir.
Na don't know so teams be more na be ball na. Don't know as one team more. Your teams ni be more na be strike.
But how shall Abetamwa contribution?
No, I'm not
discounting.
I agree.
That's what I say affect you more. Almost struggle.
Your league no competitive.
Without Abetamwa. Goals and be free number.
Said you, oh dear, in the Kotoko in Managerial. They will be scoring. And I'm saying that your league now you're born. In your league,
but without Abetamwa, almost struggle. So because almost
in the league,
yes.
Says you maybe some almost struggle. So the interest on best struggle.
Anyway, but I do say last season I bet went injured. I think for some 3 months. But luckily, Kotoko had Kwam Poku, who was playing and giving goals. Or Bemo at the time, but this time around the man here when they say in the absence of Abetamwa, why no? January in Susu Nyamai. From now to January.
Oh, the last time Kwampoku told whatever I fit.
Kwampoku said he's coming back.
Yes.
Well,
that was last week. That was
it's another thing. It affect you in a way, but they can recover along the line. That's what I think. Ade Asafu can disagree with him big time. And he said, oh, sorry.
Okay, you also disagree here.
Oh, yeah. Or say, yeah, Baba Bubu league in the AG and it's seriously.
And the me sure say man second a chance on Casadio.
Seriously.
I'm so son. Seriously. Can say on as well kind on sana na sa no be.
Onya say ni dem amenya me comment based on the kind of adama. Seriously, lawyer.
It is not a situation of year per se. Omokobo club worker when they have no asset to that.
And
it is the reality.
Person making point be a betimasi. I'm saying that it is almost a that statement we is similar to Akosi Edu as I'm not kind.
That is the reality.
Say ye beba na be boy in league in bisa. For Kotoko, I'm thinking that after playing 4 matches, omutimo yetim fufuru. Management no, omuni Africa experience. And to say we call first time. Now about 4 games in Africa. As a Saudi say it's a project. And a project, you know. What me anya 4 games abo? How do you build on the positive on the project and hope say obesa win league in an in FA Cup no say another chance as Africa beam so that you build on the experience you gathered through this season. But so can say the one who say okoye as Africa no win there next season say nyame wadom na win now so ko jira mampanyi wo say ya ma osika nkwa a some of us will say agro na wukodi. So I disagree on that front. Look, there are positives on this Africa. Look, from day one, everybody knows Kotoko last stop was going to be whack. After said drawn by or Munikwara. When Anka say whack be last stop. The only thing is that the last stop has come with so much embarrassment. In Kebianka 3-1 be wa we ni ahye wa na wo de wa we ne de wa ana wa bodro wa na bia yakoyi obia nim say ozu bempa say ye de we mu ma Raja ayo de say JSK na omuda omuna Kotoko de Raja man oda onna na asafu dukumu ko mu ka kire obia say mu kwhye ensema na okika kire
no ngaso ngoluzu
na me kai say
ka pese Kotoko company for no ngaso mu koluzu
anything am person kire say ensema
wo kwa word ya say o ka say wo kwa
I agree but what I'm saying is and some no before that they told us they were going to win. What it means is that according to
yes, wouldn't say but Sana is so show. So you don't blame him, say Wakasa.
Oh no, I'm not blaming for that. I'm saying say Omokono and some no broso no muska or fans they knew all this. Yet they were so optimistic say Omuko go bibi.
Okay, Andy Braka Kranafi, young Kwaba no neka krebe 5 minutes be 10 minutes.
Na yemra Africa.
No, there league matches.
You know, Air Classico.
Yeah, no,
Napoli ball.
Oh.
You know,
I got 5-1. DFA, Black Stars, Hatofuk, and so a Twaba, Nayanko Napoli. While watching the Kotoko match on the Moroccan TV, our station with our HD footage, it struck me that the issues with our football go far beyond just Asante Kotoko. The GFA needs to implement stronger policies to ensure the proper development of the sport. Right after the match, news broke that Albert Amoa had been sold to a Libyan club in the middle of the season when the transfer window is closed, with no possible replacement until January. I couldn't help but wonder why we continue to repeat the same mistakes. At the same time, it's hard to entirely blame the club's management and Alberts, as they need funds to keep operations running, and rejecting such offers can be financially challenging. Our local football is dead. We keep moving backward instead of forward. Germany na Samuni na up the Amai. Andy.
You know, Safuduku catcher say work is overhyped. That is different from what catcher is overbeche. To tell us that work you overhyped is different from your best.
You know, I can't strategies no be hun.
You don't say Real Madrid is overhyped.
Work. That's a work. Okay, what kosu.
Said you Kotoko entimi nkantere work so mu overhyped. Team a wato wo home ababese. What is team you overhyped? Team a $1 million for player. Team a player at $300,000. Who team you overrated? No. It's a new year different from your best. Almost those kind of words. But I said you, it's back to Abet Amwa issue. Said you on the field of play, I don't think Kotoko will struggle because you league na airborne nature yet. You 2 clubs across Africa wages 7, wages 6, 13 goals, and you 2 clubs on Africa and Aquaje. League. The standard of our league. Once again, how many teams have that money to even compete? Into himself going forward, Coach Karim Zito, Ebe manager change and the Ghana Premier League. I don't see Kotoko struggling in the absence of Abetamwa. But Sedu, Asim Nini, fans na omo stadium no de so tia na bete why na oba behwe because player na o tu sika ba behwe no na o gidi di obia boni din to the level of Yemfan Kopo Blaster no said you oko eti imagine a Kotoko fan ne obeti say after the game against Wak of Morocco Abet Amwako o se Kotoko borders match into onsan free eye mamponti and ase fa dem foot trotro me ensam last stadium you no come especially abra o foreign leagues o be ba be onsi ho enti support base in there still ankrofo bambebu e said yo there are still fans who see Kotoko just like the Kotoko of 80s, 70s, and 90s. Into almost say waka she Kotoko, almost babu say more because they didn't face the reality. And said, "Yo, say also obi ko o promote obi from under 20 and the number. You know, once again, the challenge say you are not giving hope to the fans. Into numbers ne there, so be koswatia." But the sad reality is that born na ye born ye ne dia se emu te clubs ngire omo ni dia de yire ye ho bo said you and I know set up the example o say awa ni Ibanda Holyfield san the clubs na ye and market ya nya careful at the next time Kotoko any other club be corner of Africa na be bruises you market because first scoreline and chance and free 6 ne ye 2 ne 3 ne 1 ne 4 kakra sa na Kotoko timi ko Morocco ko nya draw. But look at the situation now. 5 emphatic nail. E hona baby aye do. Nti eniema na ye hunu say 5-1 sorry. Eniema na ye ye hunu say nke class na ya e de omo beba back no. And who tell us afu de ko say you no mo refi say. Ye te he ya na e ka chom ti ye run football mpamo 10 for 13 ma. Oka omusi ye diska, oka omusi sika ni ho.
And I can say nya dey repeat some mistakes in the I see, but going forward, no, I can't studio.
Sergio, going forward, maybe I have 5 years. Going forward, see, I can't be chasing. There be another day, Enti, saya pamu 10, at the 12 faba, ya pamu 13, the 12 fabano. Clubs no more serious in Africa, no kotisi bi o baby. Kotisa sa clubs ni justify your inclusion. Enti se ya pesi ye yire honi ye bobo no. No be who the level na ye pesi ye de ko enim dia. I'm sorry. A quite fast run a club, you can blame the fans. But say you player contract player contract sir, player ain't ready so be renew the contract. The fact of the matter is that you be a juma say also managing that situation. So Franco you see Isaac as example. In all, you check the amount of money Liverpool did to Newcastle Isaac. So the selling club decides. The selling club decides, and nobody will convince me that I'm going to contract bill December or November. No. Say yes, I let you so be in the year because it should be the calendar year. It is okay terms and the contract bill November or December. Let you so be in the year. And the players and the surgery almost hard, almost sign a contract and almost be renew. But I'm saying that Obiso Jumane say, or be convincing the player to stay. Obiso Jumane say. Only player and be working to make sure he will extend his contract. And example no na the hair in chair also ni baby e kono. Say you nya ya. Say no omo so ka bi sa.
That time na e kono contract bi am. No nya na jose bako bi am. And on jese on ka say on ko baby ada. We bako wu. And we bako to ko retire. Wan kasa. Anami wa. Wan kasa.
Somebody no ka say.
Wan kasa obako to ko retire. Ebi amanfo na ekase nsi a contract ba ne hwan this is be attention where commercial.
You know he was okay. Emma Asafudu could pass a comment be the manager was not even happy.
So do you expect the footballer not to sit on TV and say my commitment in New Kotoko but there was somewhere else? Where's number kind of publicly on TV so no? Are different from what they are doing realistically?
I agree, but so be cocan and command the press as I did in Wakokasa. Because that is the reality. Players no more Kotoko. Opinion words can say about better.
Play team bia so near play bia whole team bia must can kese ba em pushing apart from bia hero. So just say yeah hard here. Why is ka kese ba won ho team growing new man ko.
Oh you know I don't have problem with Albertamwa. Any last week na mka Johnson Omonton. I don't have problem with this.
Last week just
Omonton because Ocha Ombeka to Ocha wall and now Akofa.
Really good there. Why not?
Serio. Me need problem with your top player. Me say me ka say on Albertamwa am the week man. But we problem with the timing.
Sure.
Mini problem with say a top player. No, say do. Na ye league
na
registration
zu close one.
Registration by.
No,
general.
So
good you put
that.
No, general. And say almost the registration about there it is a non-starter. Seranko is a non-starter. Who is telling the player? It is Kotoko or the property of who? Kotoko. Into this doesn't come into play.
Now the more I'll be keep the first saying
and
the time and so I bang. Okay. So just say okay. Every we no go for free.
Okay, general. Let me that argument na argument na. I bet let's say the next blaster call up comes and he's part of the call up.
How am Busa Safono?
Meba. Inti enfan say see ebe call Japan Korea. Inti enfan say the next blaster because said you offer baby I bet should be part of the blasters. Inti enfan say blaster call up.
Nkomo ID no chire kra ne say we ma wi akra ne say.
Okay. Inti the next blaster call up ni din ka ho yemfa say. General transfer ni sika kotokonya ne say omo nyamro de omo nya no Libya. They will.
You can be sure. Since you don't know. Se player no agya to me say obeton. Wa dwen sika bia e ba obeje. Se sika na ba. O twen say onko blasters and say chire no waton. Na blasters na chi no.
Zero na say ama.
Ana say e ba anye ton kro na na beton. Problem ni ye anye January no. Oh yen delay ama second transfer window when you can easily replace him. Ananka abesha say replace him. Na Libya for minimum transfer window no send a city around this time
Sudan munyina sadet here
because ideally they should have asked them to wait till January. But on also no is a new coach our take team no or a player for that position. It is a one turn in now. To some catch on they went for you no he didn't move. They have another option. Into when so musu delay they will have another option. It means that we are not sure by January that deal will still be there.
Saranko, I'm looking at
a month for so your time no ko come on time no.
I'm looking at all things being equal. It's a player con national team. The value con him. And again, a better more performance or con national team market will be not options in January than now. I'm looking at all things being equal.
National team na kobo.
So just call up now. Call up to the national team. So they why transfer baby. Just a call up to the national team. And you know these players are called based on magnanimity.
Mejitum. See how be kwa a better more transfer market. Maybe there is a certain value.
Yeah.
The moment he gets a call up into the national team, especially Boba Kumi, the transfer market value in the But you ask yourself, what's the current transfer market value? Now how much was he sold? Because also train no when you blaster call up and no which is no 100% assured. When you call up now, what is the justification? So be able. Your next blasters game you dame.
Any Japan next month November. So are you sure he's been called? By now
it's used to all things being equal.
And all things have never been equal.
No, we are looking at transfers. We are looking at transfers.
Yeah.
We are looking at transfers.
No, the chances are the bright.
Oh no, so when your blasters call up now, generally speaking, said the Andy can.
Not be say come invited
for that game.
Yeah.
It is
and no, it becomes the boy in Ankasa. Boy no Ankasa so when say me benya Black Stars call up there me a better more at my age near Libya there's a meko. On say ya na near me too. Omo complain baby a club
no as a player no be who be the wiase.
And I make it. If say me BSC no person mutua for ya no the man now you marvel. Europe players playing in Europe we're not getting that. I can tell you that
it be a similar thing on be who tell brandy and are close to
because you know he's a national team player. He plays week in week out or ball Arabian League, Egyptian League, and
senior players never married Jetis Ketisa. No one say be no future.
It is someone's job. Say you, but go players no.
About baby a player ne kwa.
No, na make. Destination dey mean can't and for now.
Destination dey who player no.
For spend your time Ghana Premier League on return munyawe. The destination dey mean can. But I'm saying that you players shot kotoko munya deal o manko. Someone convince them to stay.
Okay.
Until be better. It's a do.
No, it's easy convincing every player.
It's a do.
And
I'm saying it is someone's job. He has contract.
Do feel some contract ne buy. Some do go kasa. Do tell the okairo. O say aba. Eba na in nakasa. Eba na in nakasa. But feel say eba be we akwa go do no. He said it. This is the first contract I bought for
no
boy.
Problem.
And other guys.
I'm sharing my opinion. I'm saying that Obinsu Adwumane say Peter Mido Akwa enya deal. He was supposed to go. They didn't allow him to.
It's the reason the boy doesn't want to renew again.
No, I'm saying that it was someone's job to convince him.
Justify your inclusion. Justify. Enonya from Osbeck, Germany. Kotoko Amananko, Ogun time. Later na Sumuadi Omuma Nekoye. The boy became
so I feel no ID. The contract also you are free, no.
The only Franco can say me Franco. I'm Peter Amidu Akwa. They are only giving one side of the story. We say contract no demand the salary. You say. Now for compare the recent salary.
No, I've not gone into.
I'm saying that. It is the reason why the boy don't want to renew. And I'm saying that the amount of money they can extra.
Said the Obima contract offer. Now person you also make your demands. Say bia, mema will say, Minji, se medicine there me meji say. Boy na name the price ana. So name your sense on your ready. But se sikani the 20 non person obetna, the obey said the obeji a office ebe no. Obeka. But won kan wo the open negotiation. As a Chinese say nye sikanu ntia.
The person who was supposed to take charge of that renewal.
And the person go Europe. Also, 2 time. 20 minutes to 11. You go Europe. Also, akabako sa 11.
Okay.
You trust on you go Europe. You must have a back.
Classico.
You go back.
Okay. Yeah. Now big games because so a weekend now because of time. My started from the Classico. We are not my best at the games at time. Bema. Sergio Real Madrid ne Barcelona beba obio ye Barcelona fan bia nim say Barca are not in good shape. It is not as if say Barcelona in winning games, but clearly so when you a chance share the Sevilla game, when you a chance share the Girona game no. Obio say clearly Olympiacos game no crana. Red card didn't necessarily bibia. Rashford is in a fantastic shape. But Sergio once again, this is El Clasico. Madrid for no more confidence here said they can make amends. Why? Because all players now play in back. Carvajal is back. Dion Hoyson is back. Trent Alexander-Arnold is back. Inti baby a coin de be omutia. Vinicius Junior the last 5 games are picky. I join in Kylian Mbappe. In the omu team no a team apart from losing to Atletico Madrid, omu team lose subi. The Spanish La Liga him and Javi Alonso almost say team no and look so impressive, but on the field of play almost churning out the resource and only idea Madrid are you known for. The problem for FC Barcelona is the back line. Use Conde in the last 3 days. You know when you training. When Timmy and Johnny team no into 50-50. Again, coach ne say you know say Omo Rona Arroyo on the right to stop the counter-attacking play of Real Madrid because umpeu. That dimension need the area Madrid be used to a park and so in terms of Omo attacking build-up into a Vini Mbappe combined from the left alongside Alvaro Carreras. Into enoni adia Eko Hanse Feleko. Oye no free anu asaba be check the central defensive pair. In pecking order. Barcelona phone and value Abrante and Christiansen. Inti Ababe the 2 guys, Eric Garcia and then Pau Kubasi. Say Ronaldo anchor the right side. Not use Conde Ama back there. That is likely say you bring Eric Garcia and Pau Kubasi are 2 center backs. Last season apart from injuries, I get back on Hansi Flick this Real Madrid pa the high line defensive plan. I know the real games in him no. And the masterminding everything at the back was Abrante and Inigo Martinez. In the absence of Inigo Martinez, the Barca backline has been exposed in many occasions so far as the La Liga are concerned. Inti Real so attack no Sergio omo attribute back omo ye pace and how direct Mbappe and Vini for the midfield because of the presence of Frankie de Jong and no training but also fitness the issue and then Abrante aye friend Pedri no umpro Barca benya control in midfield because Madrid a problem last season say almost share a more technical side almost struggle and from this season the actually You show more against Marseille, and even now against Kessben Tram, they struggled. Anytime a Kessben Tram, they was saying, "Okay, you grab board." Though Juve decided to defend. Into midfield, they Pedri and then Frankie Dion Benya control. But once again, Rashford Akasa Bebe Sadio, the first Classico Aoba Beboni, and he's performing very well for Barcelona. But he goes in our Champions League, and we had the Spanish La Liga. Marcus Rashford will one goal pay. Too far Rashford, offer Ferran Torres, offer Lamine Yamal, now for Fermin Lopez. The front four, I likely saw Bobe starting because Rafinha will not be available and Robert Lewandowski is still not fit. Or more 9 goals. But so far, we have to compare Madrid attack now. Mbappe was 10, Vini was 5, Ada Gule was 3. 18 goals. Jude Bellingham more dear Mamekano. Into which the Madrid team in general and money very sharp and almost with high confidence. Barca will take the control, almost winning the midfield battle, but you know, almost the guys to defend now. We a game clearly Madrid for us overwhelming favorite, especially playing at the Bernabeu, and this is in the year to be defeated at the Bernabeu. Into a game for Madrid. Barca unless the usual modua, any confidence level do a classic economic in a park and so Madrid intimate match. But for the Barca defensive structure, said you, they will struggle to beat Madrid. 2-1 in favor of Real Madrid in that game.
Napoli Inter Milan 15-15. Second and third.
Yeah. You know, Antonio Conte echo conceded 6 goals at the Philips Stadium against PSV Eindhoven. 2 games are born this season, big games. Okoshe Fiorentina at Antonio Franchi and Olusu to AC Milan at the San Siro. So offer Inter Milan and so on. Almost 2 big games on Mabono. Winning against AS Roma at the Olimpico and Kolusu 4-3 against Juventus at the J Arena. Into 2 teams in an away big game this season. Obia winning Bako. Again, Napoli started very well, but look at their situation now. And now we can some the pressure in KDB. But people are not looking at their centre back pair this season. And the man Koyem Fama Omokra. Musa De Lorenzo and then Spinazzola Eda saw her fullbacks in the Omuni issue. And in midfield, Saoshi Obiti said Billy Gama all hold the pivot role for KDB and Jambo Aguiza. And also who share Inter Milan midfield almost so much experience, so much quality Albebre, and with Lautaro Martinez up front. Who hit him a friend Napoli? Scott McTominay from the left, Politano, you have Zambo Aguiza, and then KDB, the 4-1-4-1 plan, and then General who's a more Messi Romelu Lukaku up front. But Inter everything. Obianim Antonio Conte, a Baliga or Yadi, this is a game that I feel say Inter will upper hand to win this particular game. Now, Kitu be in the Premier League. Chelsea bought 2 o'clock against Sunderland. Sunderland started very well, but actually, Enyemba Ejigu, Bertrand Traore, Simon Adingra, you are talking about Ata Musuaku, Yekano Dimukeli, those are the guys. As I do, Omo Airbodima Sunderland, experienced guys. But Chelsea last 4 games, Omo are winning. And they've scored 11 goals and almost are considered a 2. Who said the Bareska Bessia, but player B or Beman the chance to play Biaba Park and so would deliver. And the confidence at Chelsea Day Bano said you against Sunderland, the uniform baby, I don't see Chelsea struggling, especially at the Stamford Bridge. It will be fireworks, and I foresee Chelsea winning that particular game. Manchester United against Brighton, and one thing about the Brighton team this season, they say, almost selling very well against the big teams. Almost team are your friend Manchester City, almost Manchester City for, almost Chelsea and so, almost Tottenham Hotspur a ball draw. Until when playing against the big teams, who's a Brighton more de bonus do, a so any. Almost almost team no, but experience than Wolberg na still and game no Auburn and Homodin, the likes of Van Heck, Louis Dunk. Those are the guys, Kadioglu, Obiti say, Yusuf Aila, Carlos Beleba, Yakubu Mente, Obiti say Diego Gomez, Jorginho Ruta, and then Danny Wolbeck in a 4-2-3-1 no Modeban. My guys now. But once again, almost see a team on Team United Bopa. Almost any Brentford, a team on Team United Bopa. So United should be careful. But again, the confidence among United should be room. After the last 2 games, some boys Sunderland and Liverpool, all the players are fit now, and I'm expecting Benjamin Sesko Kuna and Brian Mbeumo will be available for this particular game. Brighton will be able to show the Carlos Baleba against the Man United midfield, but I still feel United with the upper hand at Genoa. Beat me at the winning that game. Crystal Palace ball against Arsenal. Arsenal there said you games no. Crystal Palace started very well. Nancy Babelu so games and the rotation Eddie Romo game no net be and say a coach sometimes person will give you certain rest to the teams. But one area was Arsenal the Adam Watson, Jefferson Lima, and the Tarek Michel Daniel Munez midfield. Alongside the likes of Yeremy Pino, Mateta, and all those guys. Crystal Palace be pull a threat. But the current form of Arsenal and the quality available, no, I'm expecting Arsenal so more a me I win that particular game.
Okay, kakra yem bobo so kakra enko we final whistle jumedi id Abraham Muminda bia dumienu na ya pega yemu. Amidus new negotiations have been done and the club is awaiting his signature. It's the player that has decided not to renew. Someone's own was a loan deal. Peter Amidou had trials, so there is vast difference. Okay, Jemua minya de afasa nkomo and so I don't know. Though when one listens to critiques, one feels they can manage any club successfully. But when given the chance, we see different stories of failure and excuses. I dare you and your panel to go manage any of our Division 2 teams as a case study. Andy Derry and a pejawi and so atumde abreye. All right, you ever na ever betwa and also so. All right, Mr. Mike Bonsu, Accra. Mr. Bonsu, as is a professionals, a professional club, football, talent not enough. Ghanaian football clubs face new challenges. Lately, North African football teams or clubs have become a blessing in disguise for Ghanaian football clubs. They've exposed the shortcomings of our Ghanaian football clubs, and I reminded them that talent alone won't make you a champion in the CAF interclub competitions. Those days are far gone. It takes more than just talent these days. Mr. Mike Bonsu, they are also the Abreye, and so no. MC Malik, or say, as management members, did they ask themselves why fans don't go to the stadium? Abetamu call up next, Samba, Walid, and Patrick. Kumasi Santi Kotoko have become a selling club. We should understand the fact that Leasafu Duku said before the start of the season that they are buying young players to potentially sell them later. MC Malik, they are also Atuogum, no. Mamemfa we entwem na yemetwaso. Good morning, Wafa. You and your crew are doing a great job. Uncle, players will you okay? I say players will go, players will come. Abetamo's departure is not that painful, but the timing of the announcement, I think the management should have arranged with the buying club to hold on of the announcement. This announcement is more painful than the loss. It is as if the management didn't consider the emotions and the feelings of the fans. I'm very sad this morning as a Krobia fan. Alcantara, Ultafu, California City, and and so Brayeng. Okay, Heart of Folk, and so elections on Abatono, and Chanoso Besha Presby School Hall. Ewo usu pajo na ye hwe kakra ewo Kessben TV so e koso de colorful papa yes wa mo hwe Kessben television no eno na e koso de even though an pay me saka rate of sermons bi chese obidi injunction e kwa koso de Muhammad Al Hassan on the plaintiff and defendants Accra Hearts of Oak, National Chapters Committee, Electoral Commission of Ghana, and the Ghana Police Service. Omune defendants na some near baby anti non comedy injunction to sa a friend saying about to ekosui, but me names almost can be, but the idea can be the about to no ekoso live. And that's some kitakra usu praise be honum. Nana Kwame Dankwa age na Kumasi Santikro supporters and I also know Akakopi mo and check crowd no more welcome Nana Kwame Dankwa Kumasi Santikro supporters on ejino man abatu no enso emo. The na issue Kessben TV so no. Our mami o headlines ni kakra na me na me kakra bi mra me ba na fi South Africa matches koso.
CR Belus that qualified. Zamalek Kunso qualified. Now Kunso qualified.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many now qualify group stage?
Group.
Okay.
Secure sports.
Okay. Other story from Africa. I said I was
Champions League. Say games were most stars to Sundown. Or no, they say ensured here much attention be.
Oh, okay.
I say Sundown so I could show more 5 for the any attention be ensured.
Okay. Okay.
Ali likely to also qualify. There's a few of the other majority, most of these big sides, but Pirates danger war. So your first leg losing 3-0.
Okay.
Danger war. Ebia Pirates and Timmy group stage, Ebia. And of course the week in the the matches now do now.
All right. Okay. Young comrade never other local stories so the Bremo week here and Ghana Football Association Penimpa Mr. Keto Kreku the Atuja. The tough abuma and say no way Emma players na omo mum dim komo abre pass and come make Black Stars one omo ama na sisi ya qualify we amu yi omuti so mo available no way na ebe invite omo aba Black Stars sana a coach Otto Addo so dia tudwa earlier na parliament and so parliamentarians in bebre and so church romadwen e de efa ho so na Dr. Randy Abe and so e de ntichimu aba afasansam na minim say mo interest no ho a yenkomra na yemehwesa ensam no and so enyina league matches ho enra Bashiru Hayfort Heart of Lions omo echi Holy Stars esho mo kamiensa omo entimi anti sanso na ene mazkese ba ko enso ewo ho ene aduana ene Dreams FC so the tie so the dindin ene awie na nyame yadomo china enso matches ewo ho ni nyina no yebehwe ho nsem e de abremo. All right, my yentwani yankoni Gentleman Dental Clinic in Komo kakra na yemfa de aka na meto amoso. Kumasi Santikotoko played well, but inexperience and avoidable mistakes caused them. Please, in Europe, the transfer window closes amongst almost at the same time, and when it closes, no club can make signings until another window. But my question is, why is it that African countries have different transfer windows? Can't CAF implement same rule in Europe? CAF must work on this. Barca and Liverpool will win. Benghazi, Ablekuma, Oduma.
Europe ran uniform across all the, there are those in the Scandinavian only, they sometimes have some different transfer windows.
Okay.
And most of them, yes.
All right. And I'm going to a game, no?
Kotogo
game, no?
Of course.
Okay. And ono inexperience and avoidable mistakes. And of course, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Yen said I'm share game nankasa. Be a time ka krebi. Yen fan film na fi yen share other local stories. Send a muhu game na.
You know, first of all, my main inexperience na no na me family game. Inexperience, yes, in some, and me who sad from Ghana before any game. Accra Sports Stadium time I share ball na individually. Na me with the confidence level of the Kotoko players. Na me share a one ma me rate abroad any sample na so high. Lord Amwa so high. Because I do. Me share omo confidence level and unim eye work for na. Omo press pa. Say you. Omo press pa and the last time be video no ha say omo kwa omo chiche ma say omo close to all the spaces. Na omo nko yin baako. Omo distribute roles very well. Inti na me hwe omo the ball ni map guys na especially attackers na e kwan no omo benya confidence e kura ball no e dia call manim but the moment the ball no be ma attackers na say do who's a player no Shiva Inusa Peter Miduakwa, and it is the reason why I Walid Nema Enra General na who's a boys na breast o betimi ekura ball na nyina anye bibia enye so omu nimbo enye so omu nya ade but stage no competitors no na wo soro nti na who say your players na hope but players ni bua ball ni bedi omo a the ability to hold the ball their surging rounds omo confidence level baby omo the pass na be share how omo be see edge other players on who say omo confidence level na e wo soro because omo but to a certain height omo who stage ni bi da to omo gina ho omo hompo na yen used to goalkeeper Aziz for example said 5 seasons in Bechem United what the kotoko the games or abeda 84 games you know the biggest test in football a champion Confederation Cup between WAC and then Kotoko at the Mohammed Defi Stadium. Said you, what do you expect? How many players know the mental fortitude to excel at that level from year section of Africa? It's a whole inexperience, very well, because he's playing against some established players. Because I said, TV soon who be it's inexperience, very well. He said, she penalty no consider inexperience. She the last goal no consider no inexperience. Stage in this song, pitch no, you look at the quality of the pitch. And Kotoko players be brave first test in Africa ni. Be brave first test. E bi mo kro bu as e bi kro na konti otosu mienu ana ba akuni. Ti stage in this song. Inti edu sa level na you need psychologists to psych them. So the bear amu betimi are concentrating on the field of play. And she go the back. I think that was the second goal. She quite a goalkeeper fast the ball on the man Lord Amwa. I went to me and the ball now. Tibikoshi Lord a move by. Aziz keep a ball on the chair. Would you look at that? She errors no pick it individually and look at this penalty as well. Into the share not this one. She go now second goal now Aziz Kisheno. She pass now goalkeeper and the man Lord Amwa. One Timian crab ball now said you. One Timian crab ball now. Timikoshi Lord beje ball now said you. Obe ball no essay. She quite fast the ban. Inti petty errors. Ningina say squad no say do yem build it from the bekono. And we are talking about players almost like experience with stage way because it's first time. And next season the players best and also your first time because yem build it from baby you do you know. But imagine say players we echo the previous season a bit that so him how to talk to the guys around. Him how to calm the nerves. Him on the field of play. Also a major role and also play to bring the other players on board. Look at the confidence level of Samba Unel yesterday. She go no share. And ball no say through 18 balls no so be babe pick a ball now. You know on one Samba be clear lines no 18 in the mouth. I'm talking about the second goal. On one Samba clear lines no at the mouth. Inti say you experience the key. But the sad aspect of the whole story is say inexperience na ye can. Ye bia ye be copy no one on the ABTA. It is not as if they are skillful or more anything special apart from understanding the tactical theme and the structure. Again, no more tears here. Omunim said the secret loopholes within the team tactically. Omufa coaches or level no what structure no said you. These errors basic. And your man kitten. Omu mistakes no money to us too. So omu ye back omu correct. And first half. Now they compare second half. Ball a kotoko ball the first half no. Omu realize that second half no. Omu intimi ma kotoko that space to play. And look at how omu ye kotoko. The omu disintegrate kotoko in the second half. Into inexperience in the do. For Peter Miduakwa. Even under 20 onya akola plan matches no omu born pram. Into how many matches? Players say omu free other teams by how many matches no travel out there akobo into inexperience na dey do a real omu na omu bo na ye the ball name omu na omu individual abetamu na ye nyina ye ka no say do in the two legs he was a mere passenger. He was a liability on only top player ye who is so ye big cry fan ko blast out against these players omu nye players omu starting for their national team.
I prana no prana na se contract na ya kan was much no.
Enye ni mi no bia. Enye ni mi no level no wo soro che no. Enye ni mi no sajo. O hwe quality am
enye mu bia.
Level no e wo soro. say other players say you I've mentioned other players omo boy who said that is their level on say the last time I make say under 20 nego under 23 egu local blaster egu so easily we push players to go and play for the Blasters but players need be play over. People are struggling to compete with other players in the national team but it's Omunkobo because of magnanimity. We love those players. We love our local teams.
Okay.
It's Omunkobo. Say yo. Say Sani man ye bet me to ano dia. Okay. That is inexperience. In to cover and try other aspect of it.
Okay. Na yaba be share other stories ani nyina ka ho. E say ye nyina se na du mi no abo na ya pegya ye mu. Emre no so a me ma okwan na nso abam na wa be cheche waje but mama phrases here. Me call Gentleman Dental Clinic. Na makodi nkomo kakra yeba be to so de amamo. Alberto na say
Joe Mpacha me ho ye pa me giri so so.
Na ko pa do me so me ho ye pa. Meditate watch facha me.
Say adwuma ni bia.
Adwuma ni bia, du bia sa. Yankoi. Boy nkomo kakra free Gentleman Dental Clinic.
All right. Sergio Enchia Free, CEO of Gentleman Dental Clinic, Mr. Eric Frempong.
Frempong, the Dana Sepai channel pa.
Sergio Enano pay. Any ahwefo ne tiefo nyina omutie Kessben FM ne Kessben Television obi a otwe bia no. Nya ye kan say ye chiaw na Gentleman Dental Clinic yeguso a ye adwuma from anopa 8 o'clock to enumerate 6 o'clock. From Monday to Saturday. They be even holidays Gentleman Dental Clinic until Sundays nkoana ometo yen branches e wo Ghana ha nyina na bibia efa ese ho bia eno na Gentleman Dental Clinic ye say ye examination and consultation service ho enye tem bia na obetena ho say obeti pain e wo sinima na obenya teeth sensitivity sharp shop pain bia ansana what start say ukohu dentist e wo say ode ye wo habit because every 6 months bia na say utumi bana ye hwehwe wo sinima because ese no eno ane say ye di ne de nom sa but this a problem ne asi but early detection ne boa said the be ya e ka no enye kese bebre because the more na problem e che no na ese na e say the more afi na e ka yo say obo ho no so no na e ka no so e ye kese afi so no ye feeling say cavities and a how different dental caries no intokro bi ababede da osinimu a with time ne betime didi oseno asei oseno afi de e betumi kra ma oseno atu na de bi e ka say fire service ekodum eja na o mantumi enum eja no a building at twice no mo try so be save no said be ya and spreading call sana dentistry no so etie nti say ese no problem ebe mu a edu point bi ese say ye extraction ese ye tu said be infection nko affect ese foforo no ni nyina so ebe ye ade a ede ehaw ana eka ede be bro yem pese obebo ekanti na dani de nyina no ye oral education church o man for kwan a ye be fa so a niam bi ho no ma ye bad oral habit a ye betwe ho afri ho eno na ye ho adwuma afi so no ye teeth whitening na ene teeth whitening ho asem na ye beka na ye numbers ye 055 913 95 ana 0549 906 588 yo Kumasi Bantama Abepo Junction Total Filling Station o Ghana ha ye branches e dosu bebre inti numbers ni display or screen so for numbers no for Gentleman Dental Clinic me sorry ya na yen twetwe nkomo ye ma direction enfamra e bia ope direction bia ni nyina ye be ma kama na before then no ma me fa we enchew we tip amede ma ahwefo ni etiefo
okay
say in case bia wakonya accident ana se bia wakoye body contact sport be football ana bia wakodi mpipra go bi na wo se no atu ana wo se no e ball form na ebui no matter said ye ese no abo form ebu bia no but modia na immediately ne pe warm water di kan fa pe warm water na fa hohro wonum na hohro wonum gently na wa clean wonum no se blood eda so eba unya gauze se we nya gauze kra na unya clean cloth bia na ode atua said the beya esena su abunu blood na e free mobile because at that point enu bia na pulp no aye exposed na watumi edi a close no
yeah
na odi wani akire dentist se esena su abunu se uhu a per milk na fatum enye milk se koto tin mug like a crabby cry na say odi unya milk a fatum milk mu ana say saliva ntesuo ye fa esena su abunu fatu saliva no mu na immediately no fabra clinic na yenye ho adwuma emfama ho ena afesu so no ubetumi de bia ice pack e de ato wano ka wano tum anase se ebi a lower tooth no na etu a wo de ka wano no tum ne fa to wabodwe n'achi ana wano no either top or down ho no be 10 to 15 minutes said be ya pain no anase enswele enhu no na bra oba Judgment Dental Clinic ye be ye ho adwuma e de ama wo na anope ye pese ye ka teeth white na teeth white no ansa na obi behia teeth white no na kire se wanya teeth discoloration ne sene color no asesa na ekwan bebre na fa so ma obi se color esesa na enam ye focus more our intrinsic factor no
okay
intrinsic na ye ne ekoso within our yen system ni mu a etumi ma obi se color esesa because nyama bebre ho ayenim ye wo cosmetic condition be a friend fluorosis na fluorosis no yenya free too much exposure na say ye use intake of fluoride it is a oyobia fluoride echo system no mu bebrea fluoride yenya be free nsuo mu say nsuo aye nom drinking water sometimes nyoma e treat no fluoride ne nyoma eka ho echo system no mu bebrea it me the problem e the brews no enti say e basa no a obo na osene color no na astarte na e change ena obu okra especially ye mofra no ye tai church say mofra de make sure say ube separate toothpaste we use no free mofra de because amofra no so mo immune system no and building we na ebasa no a ube wo say with time no na abofra no bo say spot bi astarte na appear won sen so afi bo say na wanya teeth discoloration the skin color no asesa because of fluoride na akọ system na immune system into me resistant no ena afi so no nipa bebre obu on na or condition bi wo hwe screen ni so a on say nipa no ne se no front teeth no de ye incisors mienu na wachi no baako aye discolored we ye declare as dead tooth na mostly no de ma front teeth ni say na etumi eye brown no eye say ebu on na ade na ball ne se no so ana accident bi otehwi wo pry na ese no de bia ye kyerem say de edwira ho no white na wo hu no ho no eno na ye cover etese phone na cover ehye ho eno ne enamel no but there's another layer inside I friend dentin and then a finfin no central portion no na ye pulp no enti pulp no enuane a ye di ene enuane nuro na esese ekosi no obi se me pese me sen ye den nti ohia calcium no wo wi dompe no ne ade calcium no eye intini a ewo ye nipadua no mu no ye obi ho no ma ene nam yen gums ni mu etimi kopie pulp ni mu nti a supply moja blood any oxygen ene de ko pulp ni mu ena face so no minerals nuane a yedi no nyina so ko pulp ni mu na etumi ama pulp na ye n'adwuma as a living organism na pulp no etumi anyini eni ntina abofre so a onyini ana ne se enyini no nti ese enyini all because of pulp no but nerves na a supply blood ne oxygen no se obra ana wo se no bo ade so sa no a wo se etumi te eyentini no etumi te eti sa no a wo se na blood na esesenka etumi kom esini mu back and flow edi esini mu afuru sanity said ye wo de ensuo egu car mu na ekulu engine no eni na mu na oil no we no akam because intimi transmit biem enti moja ne demu a with time no bo se na nipa ne se no na astarte na eye kokko na eye brown ana face so no bo okra na oprasa no pulp no etimi pete e blasti et pitigu esini mu a eno so tumi a wunya teeth discoloration
okay
e kwan foforo so a obi betumi anya teeth discoloration eye medication e bia enuro bi te say antibiotics mo a yenum okọ hospital yenkasa enum aduro esese wonom but the ye kan say e bitimi ma wunya adverse effect ma wo sene color no etumi esesa esene color no unhu bebi free kan na nya sa na wo sene etie but then ya ma confidence ne kofo otum say wani nje but any that so until na Judgment Dental Clinic ye wo say ye be ye esene ho adwuma na ya ye problem bia efa esene ho bia no na ye ho adwuma so be ya wo sene so be ye white na afa ne ntoma pa edi efra ena obu okra onum pressure no bebre no etumi ma wunya teeth discoloration eya ade a eno so eya another factor aging se nipa nso enyina na ne sene color no na etum eno so etumi esesa ena lifestyle bi te say aduane a ye di no ne ade de bia ye ka say aduane bi te say fried rice ye nka say jai fried rice di me nka say fried rice enye but the me can say there's an ingredient bi a ye digu fried rice ni mu a ye friend dark sauce and soy sauce enti odi gu white rice na so a no matter what color no besesa enti the more na wo so wodi wo se no edi aduane fried rice no na eno so nya effect e wo se no so na wo se ne color no na esesa ena alcohol ensa ano ɔden ɛno so etumi ɛma wo se color ɛsesa smoking shisha yi mu ni ade yi nipa bebree tu agu so ɛbɛma wo se ne color no na asesa ana face so no poor oral habit ɛne sɛ obi wɔ kora na ɔbrahye ne se anopa ɔmbrahye ne se enwumre ɔkɔda no ɔmbrahye enti wo sɛ with time no na plaques ne tata bi aba be hyehyɛ ne se no you see they be every 6 months bia ɛsɛ utumi kɔyɛ professional cleaning twice in a year oba gentleman dental clinic sophisticated machines and instruments yɛ de be yiyi their bristles ne ntumi enyiyi mfi wo sinin tentem to bo kasa bo se ne sinin tem ho no na as yellow ni green bi ehyehyɛ ho ɛno yɛ na ɛkyi it developing to tata yɛ na ayɛ den ɛno kura betumi ama wo sinin kura so asta etu it was with time no na spread it ɛwɔ sinin so and afei so obi wɔ hɔ no ma make say toothpaste bi a o use no toothpaste ni bi wɔ hɔ no ma a contain active ingredient your friend abrasive no and also ni dwumadie ni say enka stubborn stains bi a akyeche wɔ sinin so a bi a wanum ɔyɛ bese pen smoking shisha yi ensanom ni ade coffee sobolo no ni ade nti ama wo se no ɛso no ayɛ ko nti wo use toothpaste a contain abrasive a or say etumi remove sa stubborn stains no to apply wo se no so anopa ne anwumre no na eyi but abrasive no too much toothpaste ni mu especially from 100 to 140 na toothpaste ni mu a wo yɛ den ubenya abrasion to wo no ma bo say ne se no ɛso na start yɛ rough na ɛso na start na ewewe na ɛse na ɛso so wewe saa no a ɛtrapo debris enuane na wodi no ɛte sɛ enwo aduane no mu ne ade no bo sɛ ɛse no na ɛse no so ayɛ yellow bi saa ideally ɛse smooth saa na ɛse no ɛse sɛ ɛyɛ enti sɛ ɛyɛ smooth saa no a na ɛma ayɛ difficult for bacteria ebetumi atena so bra gentleman dental clinic na yenye teeth whitening no emfama within the space of 1 hour how bia eni akire your number is 055 913 95 82 055 913 95 82 and 0549 906 588 0549 906 588 you will Kumasi Bantama Abepo Junction Total Filling Station Accra your branches too you will Nungwa your free C5 your market no Nungwa Secondary School your Baptist Church no and a direct adjacent and our faces no oko Domiko Abenya Atomic Down how the da so ewo Techiman Gentleman Dental Clinic Market Magazine Road no so Takrade your Banchase Tadisco down Udru Koforidia your Central Police Station yene no na ebon ho pe na Aflao Eco Bank building ni mu pe Tamale Tushigu yene Central Post Office no na yeno Bra Kumase ene Saturday for mofrane bra kai say ubetumetua no enkakra yeda masepa
yenso yebeda wasepa Albert Siawajeman communications director at the Emma Gentleman Dental clinic on na bebo enkomo mo frɛ numbers no na mamfa ese endi agro kra oyibo boatin the way free nyebe he say I disagree with Andy Kem on the performance of Albert Amoa. A player who knew is under contract will never put his ultimate performance in the course of the game. His mindset was to avoid injury. The Albert Amoa that we knew wasn't the one we saw against WAC in Ghana and Morocco. Ibo Boatin Ede Audi Abreye and so I don't know. Not just a contract in some no a trim into Albert Animuno no enya ono ene ehu no Alex ni mienu enyina mu no and he has said it all. Watching the game something came to my mind okay yebeba behwe we enso de no eye okay Yengwem kakra ni ensambra
back. Yeah, 4 teams are qualified na imu 3 die omu free northern part of the continent. Meka Zamalek, Meka Wydad Athletic Club, and of course Yesanya CR Belouizdad so qualifier omu uremo. So the rest of the games ebe koso na by the close of the weekend ebe 16 teams are omu be uremo into the group stages of the CAF Confederations Cup. For CAF Champions League the usual suspect making it through early after getting 1-0 win against Aigle Noir of Burundi in the first leg. They went away and had a 1-0 scoreline. Own goal from the Burundians, Emma. That 1-0 win. Second leg this weekend, the Cairo International Stadium. There, I don't think say any game of pressure be woman be to see a Burundian club eliminating Ali they be unthinkable. When Ali atimia kwakonya that all important 1-0 win no so I think say Ali will be getting the ticket to make it into the group stage. Mamelodi Sundowns Aquakoshe Remo Stars by 5-1 in the first leg the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta. And the second leg also it's becoming a mere formality because I don't see how the Nigerians ebetimi ako all the way to South Africa in Pretoria to beat Mamelodi Sundowns to the ticket and make it into the group stage of the CAF Champions League no there. No free omo actually omo pa Orlando Pirates because their first leg against FC St. Eloi Lupopo of DR Congo they lost by 3-0 and Pirates last season they were in the semi-finals only losing out to Pyramid FC and they could be eliminated in this season's CAF Champions League. They need a 4-goal gamer as a somoshe unanswered and sa Orlando Pirates be free CAF Champions League. It will be too unfortunate for team last season they went all the way to the semi-final of the CAF Champions League. Kaiser Chiefs in Subeurem, but the usual suspect in the majority of them now qualify. And I think say it's been good for those big sides, you know. Arabian sides, you know, by the close of week, you know, at least 7 or 8 of them in each of the group stages of the competition. That's the reason why they've always been dominating. The last time a black African country or club winning a continental club competition, yet being it either confederation of CAF Champions League, was way back 2017, TP Mazembe. Apart from that, the rest of the competitions it's been the Arabians, the North Africans, because they have the resources, they have what it takes to invest, they bring the coaches, they bring the top stars. That's the reason why they've been dominant on the continent. So, you be who yen clubs now, mobetimia uremunu de, ebetimia diamai. Adia esaye arewo semino now. Club football in West Africa is dying out. Yen big clubs now, monso muntimi ma hot chase, you know. The Horoyas, the Hafias from Guinea, the Stade Maliens, the Jolibas from Mali. Now, Enyimba is nowhere to be found. We had stationary stores from Nigeria back in the days. Kotoko House of Oak, Yatiada. Now it's between the North Africans and the South Africans. And to some extent, some of the East Africans now. Omwabano. But the Joanna Morocco for so I the under 17 women's championship na ekoso no.
Morocco is already be our football.
And 3-1. And 3-1 they defeated Costa Rica by 3-1. So ama omotimi enya qualification into the next stage of the tournament no. Under 17 women's championship omuno hosti. So Sergio Morocco is hugely investing and they are reaping those benefits now every. So I think it's more impressive. They are doing massively well, and that's the reason why cut across from club competitions to international stages. Victor Osimhen and the coach all can say or any value or bro 100 million euros for now. So you or see Victor Osimhen the value no a bro 100 million euros. So club be a buff for Victor Osimhen the value no say a bro sa. And based on the more than it you know. He's been high flying pet. Last season, and the debut season, Galatasaray. He won the league, won the top scorer award I course. So you ensure that you based on more or than a D the Turkish league.
Awal Mohammed. Abo dubakwa pa hosima aduonu pepepe local stories na di Bremo Kessben television we final whistle memenda weekend activities ahodo no ne bobo so na free dwada ebepem memenda key issues no so ye rezi bi mu bi na ye retwe ho enkomo kakra fa de ebeka ho eno ana eguso a enso ye kenkan 0551599933 your league matches because weekend ye na ba ko ekoso Heart of Lions almost share 3-0, right? And that's when we need 3-0, only start 3-0, yes. And then Mediana has only dreams, and so no means say another game. And Sana de Carina Yamiadma Kwesiada, Ochina, and so Abaso. So why did they water the pitch in such a manner? Can your crew aid me? Kakra. Mala Makra, una odisa message and so Brian. We say good morning, sir. Kumasi Santiko management had no or little little to do on this Albert Amos transfer. So we, the supporters, should not be too hard on them. Otin Edway Ifri in Suta and Abeka Yensa and so Anopay. Wayfree Adams, aka Babayi Roman, Aboso. Great job to the entire team behind this sports program. Your dedication and hard work are truly making a difference. Keep up the fantastic work. My greetings to my lovely mom inside Aguna Swedro and all three stone hospital workers. Therefore, na issues no and so emu kakra. We are always saying we should do our things well to match these North Africans. Please, can you and your panel give me a specific date that we will start managing our football to meet them boot for boot? Enzo, anyway, Ifri Asin Fosu and Abre and Anopay, Debia, Ese, Dabene Shase. All right, honestly, for some time now, it's Albert Amwa and Samba that drives me to the stadium. Wow. I sneak and leave Tamale to Accra or Kumasi to watch games because of these two. But hearing this transfer, what is the motivation again? I watch from home henceforth. How can we be consistent and compete if our valuable players can't last 2 seasons or more? Kumasi Asante Kotoko hasn't been fair to the fans. Mohammed, Air Force Base, Tamale, on the way, and so Abre. Mohammed say, Samba ne Albert, ne manu Johnny Free Tamale, free drum, a match for Hassan Dan and Nico. Na, Sisi didn't ever manaba. This no a free TV, so wow. Na and so I don't know. Me ko Tony ho ejura the way your crew do the analysis, I think we should give the Black Star to you in the coming World Cup to coach, especially Andy. We can go far better than this coach Andy on the touchline. Our Mohammed as an assistant coach. Thank you, Kessben Sports. Tony Edwifre Jusu and Abre Tony. Na mene Dr. Naromo my day. Oh, Black Stars.
May pass holder.
Where pass holder. As a Ujajmo ministry. May a deputy press holder.
Oh, yes. For position, many break.
Okay. This is Jeff from Shai Osudoku. I want to know if Humphrey Tete is still playing for Heart of Folk. All right. Heart of Folk still abatono ekoso de it me be here answer sorry there could be the hunsem and so be bremo Heart of Folk a hooper for the nyina ababedro All Players Association of Accra Heart of Folk Accra Heart of Folk All Players Association also ababedua na ehwe wo de dende and so ewo osu press bi honum. All right, Andy, na uwo kotokoma All Players in the area, a section of them. Omo and so I don't know. All right. Yentwaswe.
Eti general enra time na ye discuss match na me di kan ka say ade ba akwa me say e wo the first game na ye how no be keep Aziz ki silent e wo game nim and no my result or red card e wo ha enra could carry me to yibibi but na adwuma ne sondodo for Samba O'Neil because 2 players na the key to the attacking build-up of work of Morocco. Timbikose Lodge and then Stephen Azizki. Those 2 players. Haruna there. After the first goal, Omo played it out. No injury, Omo changing. And again, almost who say in terms of saying ball no kotokobeti me kura. After conceding the first goal, Samba etekano. Omo who say Omo makotoko space baby bar. Kotoko any omo bebo and in midfield it was evident who say ball omo kura omo timi possess ball ne more e ma bibia timi ekoyi na the problem of Kotoko no the connection up front now after the connection no kwan no omo besa fa so be track back as support to their body defensive line no and from the word go the plan was simple a coin no more for social Kotoko, the right side of the Kotoko defense. And she said, just all share left her, or Mama had to do. It was the right. And Omu making sure say Omu be exposed to the right side of the Kotoko team. Into any time Biano. Now we say Omu double ewo the side of Lord Amwa. And Ufo be at say Hubejawa said you. He was the player and a coach Feno carrying him to airborne from the right. Hubejaw Obebo as a supporting player for you in terms of defending. So Ope boy in a diamond shaper, you decide to go for him. Say Uncle right side. But say you most of our guys, the diamond system now a midfielder score right. But do the final third and a fullback sabano. A brewa as system no. Omo about the typical 4-4-2. You did 2 wide, 2 top, 2 central midfield. No more boy not to do HSA into who say Kotoko any muna ball ni be diniwa on the ball or you're comfortable. But the moment Omo beje ball no na jira oni game him. And Omo so expose you the right side. Nenye because Lord Amwa na onya de. And Lord Amwa so a ball pa. But say no, that was the plan of Tima friend work. And Kotoko had no antidote to that. All because of the individual quality of the work of Morocco attack. And Aziz Ki, a mercurial number 10. Wow, share ni bia. Or move to the left, or move to the right. Only how to control the tempo. Already game now no slow game ne down. Oh, I know a switch play to the left and on the right. Until do baby, na sampa nkwan ntimi nya adwuma no. And then Peter Amido Akwamodia are now coming up. The stage was so huge. Ofa Donzo mo asejo. The supply, the connection. Adwuma na obe expect so no so betimi idea boy betamwa no 0. And Genoa they realized the threat of Abetamwa in the 2 games. They played him out. Until it was a gamer. Sejo na untimi enya hwe because now your quality no cannot match them both on the field of play, on the sidelines, or sa hwe ni pay good stance and the noise na Sejo park no cry side nso aguso park na nkasa cry side nso aguso and a lot of inexperienced players within the Kotoko team. It is Sejo asem no nyina na say so hwe number here wo hayi na so ugina park na se na wan hwe abelusu concentration and you need enough I the match almost standard no until we do more say yo ya bekoso I consider it. We can blame coaches, we can blame the player, but the reality is that your quality, any structure, any system now the bubble no there's nowhere you beat me a match about that level.
Mfiepi na eda yemienu yentem yebebre papa say anya nyoma right see ya yakoba yebekasa afiri besan so an besan ko bio na de kro no a na asan ba betra yebekasa nti enna to aso all these years yenye yadwen say baby omo wono yentimi goduru okra at least be omo kakra baby ABC na class 1 na teacher na ho na na etisa every day. With all fairness, even if we parade the best 11 of our league with their experience to face work, they will still lose to them. The North Africans and some other teams are doing football, and we are just making up the numbers. If we are not willing to invest, buy quality players, do proper operations, and get the right contacts on the African stage, then we should forget it. What dreams did happen once in a decade, and it's normal in football. Michael Abebio, in the way about Doc.
Yeah, General. The game itself, I think that the BCN level no difference in the room from the supporters, how they organize themselves. Morocco send yomu football. Because namini andi kawa as a pitch no, a crowd and flow send yomu peno. To me, you pitch and that's na Kotoko for no be febi. And for the boys, you saw dedication and determination on their part, but the ability levels womb. Utimzo mania briso muye bibia. I even think that Karim Zito had his formation right by deciding say Obebo Samba O'Neil as a number 6 to put breaks. But Obo 3 natural central defenders on the pitch now still conceded 5 as a Chinese Kune Ding. General, you were Juma ye pa. And I think say Kotoko and House in particular, what it takes to revive or to resurrect how they will do it is the problem. Edu ebi anuma dream say two teams no omo say bia omo recovery process no enka omo segment no ebi a next 3 years there ye toneton say the be sika beba ye team nim enti etete ne aton etete KK Sapon started that project. It was going well along the line. The project collapsed because fans ne ma chroma sponsors ne ma enti we hu hwe player sale there we ye oniema na we ni ye. Now to strengthen your youth team now, you are more likely to do some sales. Honestly, you knew how much Abet was sold, but I still think that selling player at this point in time, Kotokone has fans in Pomumpu. The club has become a selling club, and they may have to develop a approach a bit to mama selling more. Now what to me are building who free baby. Then at that point in time, you decide that I'm no more selling, but I'm now going to be competitive. These are very important. Otherwise, so what in your plan? What in your immediate plan? Medium plan, and then the long plan. Now what in your discipline within the plan? I am still you go swayen and we bania. Look, obin to me can koyeso. Minti crash will be kase coach and pamuno. Minti players and they are not showing commitment. Everybody saw the guys were running. Don't be to me no me. General, say in 2 elite club. Waka come mamu 12-3. Yeah, the Gaboni big.
They were widen so. See, you must see they widen time, yeah.
Sir, you see, unto those who have, more shall be added. Now we are one year. And I got to call back by a marshal issue. See over $130,000.
Yeah.
Obi any team with Timmy we are the room and players near Mubia $4,000, 4,000. 10 year $40,000.
The players,
say players 20 and $80,000. Inti hona players no krano what you about $80,000.
Omo players what train.
Omo play this what train no just super we are no call for the nipa 56. Aba,
you don't blame them.
Inti
omo widen gap na sa.
The gap keeps widening.
Yes, you tia ne tunte.
Yeah, ne send dada ne General, I think the concentration would then be how Ombeba and there is a Musuma to Abed. It will always be a point of reference. The results are ma. I don't pity Karim Zito because me a sure there's no direct replacement now.
Yeah.
And scouting to even get that player, I bet Jelly by January no is another thing because January transfer. So what more be Siketua, Edin so the key player at the moment. Me tiana me bisam who say, I'm say we the mom yes, these are better more. The transfer market the value ni 125,000 euros.
Me say be call out say the sky ya to.
Pass out draw caution. Transfer market no yeah, say the most credible site, a private site omo and this every player near why ye do bit my any age in the BBR no maka say susu say ne buni. Inti guidelines Eman Crawford the sell players it is 125k inti I don't know how much Kotoko sold him but that is his transfer value.
Okay inti na and also I don't know you remember on SMP but mami from quickly say Peter Amidu akwade no Kotoko man 4-year contract but on sign no say a dozen years and a dozen nti the man say number of years or no pedo wasela omuntin nkan bi nti na the news e ho no Asante Kotoko e dey release ababontin anopaya na napinkra akwasi awua na nsa e hase dana say to the faithful fans of Asante Kotoko Sporting Club, the result against Wydad Athletic Club was not what we wanted or worked for. The disappointment is shared by every member of the team, management and our true supporters. This is not the end of our journey. A setback is a setup for a comeback. We are already focused on the task ahead and we are committed to turning this around. Our belief has not wavered. Now more than ever, we need you. Your voice is our number 12 player, and your presence is our fuel. We call on every Porcupine warrior to fill the stands in our upcoming matches. Let's unite as one force, wear the red colors with pride, and roar the team to victory. The team is counting on you. Together, we'll rise again. Fabulous, the best. Nana Apinkra Akwesi Ewa, IMC chairman. Ono ena nensa secretary ase. All right. Yentwaso emfa mamo. Yenko other stories. Kakra bi say the Ket Okreku president. Ket Okreku efi dem training or the atudwa em say wasisu dua. So otuado na Ghana de no ko World Cup. Nya de be san ne asesa ne tira.
E beti anket.
On on the old there. E ora wako wase. Enti Mr. Ket Okreku kakra. I say enu nwanwa or a surprise. Someone for a Kasayen Saki Otuado.
There's somebody called Alexander Jiku. There's somebody called Inaki Williams. For me, I was totally surprised. And I was asking myself, Ghana, what's wrong with us? I mean, as to how that conversation started is something that even surprises me up to today. Months ago, when we failed woefully, I came out to own up because I led the charge. I lead this family. We have failed. And as a family, it was important for us to look inwardly, to be honest to ourselves, to speak to ourselves, and to find solutions. And then we decided that, look, let's keep the head coach. Let's re-energize the Tenkar team. Having engaged all the key stakeholders in this space. My good self, the head coach, the management committee, we traveled across the world. We met almost every Blasters player. We met the Tenkar team members. We spoke, frankly. At the end of that soul-searching exercise, we were very clear as to what we had to do. So we brought some changes to the Tenkar team. Otuado comes back, plays 8 games, wins 7, and 1 draw. Is that not it? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, people are talking about the future of the coach. To coach Shatawale, a country called Ghana. As a country, what do we want? We want to qualify for the World Cup. We've qualified for the World Cup. You are discussing the coach. So what would you discuss if he didn't qualify for the World Cup? The coach.
Oh, okay. Intina and so I don't know. Do we now know she papa many my kwama inti hono enyina Ghana for surprise no ye papa so betimi akasa yen saki sa coach dey ano eshipa aka collapse no enso hunsem kakra wa Otuado frɛ obi a wa ma bia no oni coach nyina ano ama ya adwen nya de ebe frɛ ne afrɛ ochina debi.
There's somebody called Alexander Jiku. There's somebody called Inaki Williams. There's Antoine Semenyo. There's Tarek Lamptey. Just to mention a few.
Right? Yeah, General. It's good he's been emphatic. And now I need distraction.
Yeah, the parliamentarians no be brave the two the honorable Asafoje, honorable Felix Ofosu Kwache, honorable Edem, Sanso and Edem Agbana, as honorable Mahama Yarga, Penfo be brave the Obana to Sansebimu. But I'm Brandon Makwa my
It's good. Sir Ketias or GFA president. Why is so emphatic? About the position is so clear. So what you to Adwa? I'm somebody no mama febipa. So some of us are also in support. Say, for my from Muso Mama, I'm from baby. Say any other reason, and on person may Ghana for a problem. But if it is for the World Cup, we should have some level of pride and have some respect for the guys who voluntarily agreed to play and qualify us. Ubia, young friend, no. African Cup of Nations, no. African Cup of Nations, no. They will do whatever it takes to make it work. And indeed, it's worked for us. We have qualified for the World Cup. I think we have to keep O2, but beef it up. How we beef it up is another thing. You be beefing it up. You know I'm the people count.
Ah well.
I'm the people count. Matrama kwe we die. I see the people count.
Okay, after Yanko league matches no esusu kakra enra as the guy can heart of lions omo ehye Holy Stars e ka biansa omo entimanti ba kokra enne wiei aduana enso ni dreams at the better so den ewo Nanajiman Bedu Park no eso. Good morning general, kindly inform the Kotoko supporters who are disappointed in the sale or transfer of Albert Amoa that is not the first time. Joe Quata was also sold to Zamalek right after the encounter in Egypt. Not sure of the year, maybe early 2000s. Gambi, aka 2 feet.
Pa Gambi.
41. Friend 2 feet, which any na wajoso. On the message and so abre. Okay, enti yenka embom kakra me mama mfo so mbrem mechechiro madwe ya bruso a ese mom kan no so ebemendra result no ene aduana ni dreams heart of folk so any gold stars na me admo china 3 p.m. na match beba so ewo Accra Sports Stadium sanso ena mediema any Swedro All Blacks ewo TNA Stadium ewo Takwa Karela and so ebetwen Bechem United Wali Mama Stadium ho sanso and FC Samatex omo any Hohoy United and so beshia ewo in Century Sports Arena on a match no and so ebebaso Nations ebetna Dr. Kwame Sports Complex normally 11 Wonders and so at the ataiso din na fi Young Apostles FC ombetna Wenchi Sports Stadium and the Brekum Chelsea and so at the afeso. All right, before say about matches no eso no okay Vision FC na sande ko match na simo amunim no ya postpone into me embaso All Blacks are 80 years.
Wow. 80 years.
Swedru All Blacks.
Wow.
Yeah, formu team no 1945. The 80 years prepare penning ne 25th October 2025 All Blacks enya 50 years. Yes, wow. 80 years All Blacks. Wow. I'm a club president, Mr. Seven Atuquesin, at the Krata Titin Babontia, and also mu and some a day papa, and Mremakwa Monday, na and also some day Abba. And there was congratulations on the 80 years of greatness. Long live Swedro All Blacks Football Club. Long live Ghana football. Signed club president Mr. Atuquesin. Seven Atuquesin. Okay.
Jerome All Blacks for Trinkwa. And 80 years now are returning to the Premier League day. I think say it's all well and good. So Mama Modemono Ekosro. In fact, Atu has brought a lot of sensationalism around the club. Uko qualify send I think Sena was very good. Season also starting now and Shedankoyi, but gradually they are picking up after picking some 2 wins and then losing 4 games. I think so Mudio Mubevdi the best would have been a victory for them. But unfortunately they have a match Takwa T and A Park against Inform Mediema. I'm sorry, it doesn't look like a win for All Blacks at TNA Park. I go in for Coach Ibrahim Tanko and then Mediema for a victory. House of Oak at home to Baby any Gold Stars. General, I think this is the biggest encounter. Two potential winners of our league in Asia, Accra, and such a game, I call it a 6-pointer because as soon as say league in Unya Gold Stars and soon any did as soon Unya a basse now, winning 3 points now would deny opponent 3 points. Gold Stars has not fared that badly after winning 4 games and losing 2. But Oshema has one of the teams this season. Yakaso Omo pick it very, very well. I think Omo alongside Asante Kodoko are the only sides Omo yet to taste defeat. And they have supporters. Me sure say right after the election they will go and support the team. Yana has a struggle kakra against BBNE Gold Stars, but let's see how things pan out. Oh sure, last season Gold Stars Eko share has folk 1-0 and Haas is yet to lose. General, I think Haas is a slight favorite over BBNE Gold Stars. Karela and so at home to a year Karela will be playing at home to Bechem United. General, I'm going for a victory for Karela. They are a very strong at home now. Media Mane other big teams are Kohakoji, and I think some of the best will be Chemso Honum. Samates, any Ohoi, it's a matter of how many goals. Victory for Samates FC. Nations have struggled recently, a number of games, but I think Nations playing at home against 11 Wonders. 11 Wonders, and so and Neman Koye. You see, 11 Wonders Ankasa from Division 1 to Premier, changing of ownership near Deno. Oman prepared very well for league, Oman Shaden Tima very good recruitment, so they will continue to suffer in the beginning of the season. I think Nations having lost. In fact, Nations also winning league in Ibiache after beating All Blacks 2-1. Omakwa 5 games without win, and it doesn't look good for Kasim Mingle and his charges. I think Omo Victra Embano Ebeba Newie Ebra Omu Asia 11 Wonders. I'm going for victory for Nations. Sometimes by Brekum Chelsea any young apostles nka Obeka say Chelsea ebe favorite, but Chelsea is not playing well this season. Enema and Shadankoye and Farmer Chelsea and young apostles one team and almost struggle during the transfer window. Things were so difficult for them, but I think Ura Mufa ne Mr. Ura Mufa Ura Dumfe ene Nemano etumi aye Juma now they are competing, and I think they are slight favorite over Brekum Chelsea, especially Omobobo Ewenchi General.
The North African clubs find it difficult to play here because of the nature of our pitches. The result of the return matches can justify JSK versus BBNE Gold Stars 5-0, WAC versus Hearts of Oak 6-1, WAC versus Asante Kotoko 5-1. Ediana also went there for 6-0. FC Malik Omba Omutimi no muso emu ho SMP DNA de aklusu gab ne kakra yebeduru ho de gise bia na dabi abebre papa but at least you close gab ne kakra da bia de krono na yeka enteme bia lines no mama mfo so aba chiro ma dwen gise bia andi obeso chipping bibi kakra bia sana
kakra o mampanyi ni na pamfo edi she league ni mu no ankatani wa enduru ba bia.
The NCC is currently ongoing, but our topmost competitor has issued a press release yesterday indicating that he's withdrawing from the elections. Therefore, permit me to congratulate my candidate, Alhaji Yusuf Abdullah, NCC chairman-elect. May Allah grant him wisdom, patience, and courage to be able to handle the affairs of our huge fan base. With him, phobia shall bounce back strongly. Zekov Muhammad, and so dear, no. All right, maybe lines, na mabem abechechere madwen kakra Andy me who so obey my
has na baby any Gold Stars game
okay
big game we say Gold Stars let you pick it quickly and or share almost 2 games or boy almost me winning me no nyina almost share Heart of Lions and almost game against Brekum Chelsea almost team winning or share House of Folk so almost so at least league in the starting in Obian team in Omo, and they had a victory against Brecum Chelsea the last time. It was the Golden City Park. Into Omo Ba with so much confidence. Omo share all the top four no. You situation in the city here. And last season Gold Stars Kohoko Koshe Omo. And to inform House of Folk against inform baby any Gold Stars. May share how things will work out. And you know a game where you gamer. So House of Folk 80 million near Oma Ho Denebe Koso. And I'm looking at Samuel Atekumi as against the two center backs of House of Folk in upon Afrane and then Osesi, arguably one of the best strikers in the league against, for me, the best center back pair this season in the Ghana Premier League. And a bit me.
Those two boys, only Kumasi boys, eh?
Yeah, Osesi be Antman or Afrane Pankrono.
I think so, because there's some level of telepathy.
Yes. It's you know, a game will be a big game. Go Stars a bit me a draw, but has folk started as favorite, you know.
All right. My mail line is 055-1444-933. Frey na also fawa drinche ebreye. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sergio.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So for a new bit of family, I'm in the back of me do advance, man. Sergio, me better me visa koto campaign for say. Na abeta mo transfer no na kotoko phone pay phone nim say ma draw no ba na kotoko entimi e qualify enko nanim ansa na wo mo negotiating that transfer na ana de tosu mienu eye tamba kwa na sa Libya club say Algeria club e propose kotoko say wo pay ayi defense abeta mo and after no night na kotoko phone pay for no money say and can qualify for this stage and can strike a banana and come with the Quacobosa other qualified now can because then we are feeling never move.
On my eating no, Yadasi. I was a question of Busan no, Nicoaswa. On my eating no, later I feel no back Kumasi. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. I say you.
Yeah.
Really, and I will put them. Naturally, no we can. But now, Ura suffered no more so confidence. You have got now for sure. That's a meeting depending on Prada. Who say other countries in the Kaite, those days, Okapu Mahala, the Taipa, the Kapadopu. And the Kwana Kotokotu is not create a new Krana, and the Kwaya Fana Hogun. I will share 4-2. And Mehana, what they say, and the name say, no matter what, or but Mansu say, a better point 5. And you have to go keeper now, Monsieur the record, for one and Kata. That's a what I didn't be now. A Monchinaso. You should be disciplined because we are on a demo, can be a no fanatics dinner the idea about my every time it takes in Kawan, and my after 15 minutes. And to go for where they are just half from maybe okay, you be a handful in a Mali. Hamponi into a hamponi na Morocco.
Okay. You better see for Frosumra. Memfa kakra bi nka ho ba ko na menu bi nka ho na yempeja yemu. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sergio.
Yes, I'm Bajo Wana Bay.
Bajo Richard in the Medward man Cranso.
Okay, Richard you.
My chairman Cranso senior high teachers for Yena. Sergio said ye Monsieur discussion Simono and okay. Sa standard na ye wono de density between the to North Africa, especially Morocco. All aspects of mobile na me say ye betun players and na se for no de and because this year kwanja de fe ye disika na ye wo de fe o kotoko ben na o mo pon match ya no mo say team mobile return sika supporters is so Yanko Stadium, Fabu Sensors is so Nimuro was in a beer and watch him. Into a bonfire, see a bit me a ben better luck next time, Mazas and Dokotoko. Yadama say, Yamani Mebolino, Yamin Joe.
Okay, yeah, but that's a part. I'm after the chat okra na ya pija yemu. All right. Why na Abba? Hello, good morning. Good morning,
Sergio.
Yeah.
The Pato.
Because maybe that's me call baby and say I'm doing TV now so and be that's now I Chelsea match in our bonnet David.
Chelsea no. Chelsea match man okay.
Chelsea ne match with Sunderland match no.
I know me no. 2 p.m. yeah why? Okay, yo. All right. The best yamra no aso ese peje mu ma news no eto aso de ma yen. Na Mohammed Odum, former goalkeeper Asante Kotoko ne Black Stars and say o say yemfa na se ema obia obeboa ema ne yire ekam Mrs Alice Ej Odum aka Abna Nuako. Ye na ye esi no ye na ye bibia eja ne yiri ekwan odo bia se de obia hwe ye bia Nyankopon onhye na nam we free Mohammed Odum and family ni nyina.
General, co-ultimate key fit club by resident patron, your friend Kokudria, and as a brapia, and they a birthday.
Okay.
In fact, he's the youngest old man in the system.
The youngest old man.
The youngest old man in the system.
I see.
The near Fika Crana, the obey
no, okay.
And Quadacran to me.
Na momo hono obi ha on dimni bibia
He's the youngest old man.
Okay.
In the system. Rapia, very special happy birthday. We love you so much. Happy
birthday. But ehorunti obi a o mreni o.
Samuel.
Wo. Awurade Nyankopon. Ultimate
paradise.
Mo nyeso paradise o. We are brutal. Chairman, Michelle Pa.
Is Chairman Orlando?
Oh, okay.
No, Fiamster, I call Jamie Orlando.
Oh, okay.
The whole year holiday.
University news up next. And the Munina say, it was any more at Transibune. Yeah, crab. And the live commentary about for matches now. Yeah, crab.
Pause.